What's up, guys? I'm Thomas Mott alongside Josh Davis. Welcome to Week 17 of the National Football League season and a 1 p.m. kickoff for the Philadelphia Eagles, who, Josh, we welcome you in. They got a lot to play for today against an Arizona Cardinal team that many, including myself, think Philadelphia can hopefully handle their business and get that 12th win of the season.
Yeah, that's looking forward to that one. There's a lot to play for. It's not a massive storyline depending on who you are, like the ramifications of the season, but it's the Jonathan Gannon revenge game. I mean, come on, like we all know what it is. JG's back in the house. We all remember the lies and everything else that he's done. So let's just make sure not see, pew, pew, pew going on all day. Let's shut it down, have a great win. I'm hoping can we get a complete game for once and just have a fantastic New Year's Eve. Happy New Year early to everybody, but appreciate everyone right now joining. But yeah, can we just get a nice, relaxing, controlling win for once?
Of course, Philadelphia got help last night by the refs and the Detroit Lions, who seemingly had beaten the Dallas Cowboys until the refs blew the actual 2-point conversion. And of course, the rest is history. That actually does help Philadelphia. You needed the Lions to lose one of their remaining two in order to have a chance at the number 2 seed and technically still the number 1 overall seed. And so even though the Eagles cannot clinch the NFC East today because Dallas Cowboys technically won yesterday, they still will clinch the NFC East by winning their final 2 games this week, then on the road at MetLife Stadium versus the Giants next week, and still have a shot at that number 1 overall seed if the San Francisco 49ers lose one of their final 2. Today, of course, they take on the Washington Commanders. Next week, they take on the Rams. Josh, I know we're focused in on the 2 seed and winning the East, but the 1 seed is very much alive, especially that Rams-Niner matchup next week.
It is. It's very possible. We've both talked about it before, but I wouldn't expect anything. Who knows? It's the NFL, so possibly you get something today with the Commanders. But really, the biggest chance is next week. And the Rams have looked really good. I mean, they've played extremely well. They're firing on all cylinders, starting to look certainly better than they did earlier in the season. So, anything can happen. Division matchups, you got 2 good teams. The Rams have been able to, play fairly well against Shanahan in past seasons. So I say, hey, why not? There's an opportunity here. We just have to take care of business. Ultimately, that's what it comes down to. We would love to be able to control our own destiny, as great as that would be. Unfortunately, we don't. For the most part, we could get number 2 seed. That's possible. But right now, take care of business. You focus on this week. Hopefully it's a blowout. There's a lot of opportunities, which we can get into as far as, how to exploit the Cardinals there. But you win this one, you still got to go to New York. Excited to see some guys potentially, as we mentioned, maybe who's active or who's inactive. I was shocked, but I've seen a ton of comments here. Shelly Williams said, had to rub my eyes and pinch myself when I seen Penny on the field. Go Birds. Rashad Penny is active, as crazy as that sounds. And if you don't believe it, but it's official. Rashad Penny is active. Now, I don't know how many carries he's going to get, but curious your thoughts there. Like, do you think that this is a chance that we're, what is it going to take essentially for us to see Rashad Penny on the field, even though he's active?
According to all the tinfoil hat wearers in Philadelphia, this is exactly what the plan was. You were saving him until the postseason. Now you spend 2 weeks to get him, his sea legs underneath him, and then you play him. I mean, listen, we got excited about this about maybe, 4 or 5 weeks ago when Penny played his last game and he got 2 carries. I mean, the odds of Rashad Penny having a significant impact on this football game are very slim, and that's not anything against Rashad Penny, but seemingly Philadelphia has not wanted to use him all year long, and they love what they have in DeAndre Swift, who has come alive the past 3 weeks. I mean, he has almost 38 carries, almost 200 yards rushing over the past 2 weeks versus 32 carries of the previous 3 when they were going through that losing streak. Running the football, you have Landon Dickerson back at left guard. The entire offensive line is healthy, something that's not really happened in terms of all 5 of them being together for the majority of this season, and running the football today to hopefully a nice, easy win is exactly the recipe for Philadelphia. But hey, you get it to a big lead. Maybe you want to spell DeAndre Swift and get his legs a little bit fresher for the postseason. Then yes, 100% run Rashad Penny. That'll be very exciting today. One interesting inactive, you mentioned the active player, Rashad Penny, Avonte Maddox. He's going to start at nickel cornerback today, but you will not see Bradley Roby, who is a healthy scratch today, which is seemingly a little interesting, being that he's been your nickel cornerback the majority of this season, and Maddox hasn't played almost at all. I mean, months since the last time he was on the football field. What do you think what happens at the secondary with Maddox returning?
Yeah, I'm interested to see it. I'm excited because, you see a little bit of maybe a jolt of some sort of anything for the turnover game, really. That's what it comes down to, because the discrepancy this season, as everybody knows, and we've grown accustomed to, is we just can't create a turnover. Yeah. We can't get the ball back for the offense, and the offense is, having some turnovers, whether you want to say it's a little bit fluky or some weird things or luck, however you envision that, but it's just different. And so, I don't know, does one player make a difference? Probably not drastically, but still, the way that Avonte Maddox plays and his aggressiveness, I don't think he can hurt. And so it's
Yeah.
interesting to get him in there. It was a bit peculiar, I will say, to have, Bradley Roby inactive. That it was kind of a surprise. I figured he would still be active, but maybe you're looking at it, who you're going to be actually playing. Is there a spot for him? Some special teams plays, limit on that side. But obviously, they felt comfortable enough to say, hey, Avonte Maddox, you're healthy, get you out there, shake off some rust, ready to go. I just hope it's kind of a combination, because you're going to need him to play well, obviously, but really that pass rush has got to get going. I mean, we've seen it over these past couple of weeks. You got 1 sack against the Giants, 1 sack against Seattle. Now, I know game plan can kind of scheme out of that, and we've seen some quick throws from other teams, but I mean, overall, you're just not getting home. Even if you're getting the pressure, you're not ultimately capitalizing. Today, does that happen with a Kyler Murray? I don't know. He's coming in with an illness, so is he a little bit slower? Maybe. But, it would be nice if we're walking away from this saying, oh, hey, cool, we got like 3-4 sacks instead of, oh, well, there you go. You got a 1 sack again.
It's a Cardinals football team that has not scored 20 points in 8 losses so far this season. And so defensively for Philadelphia, you would hope this could be a continued down the stretch of a get-right game. I thought the Giants game last week was pretty clean. I mean, you had the one blown coverage where Reed Blankenship got beat for that touchdown to Slayton. And then, of course, a couple of turnovers, pick 6 by Jalen Hurts, that were the real issues in that game. But the offense moved the ball up and down the field, and the defense played as well as we've seen. And now you get another opportunity to see young players like Kelee Ringo, who's going to start obviously at cornerback today, or at least get a lot of reps at cornerback today, who's been, just a revelation, the secondary so far the past couple of weeks for Philadelphia. But it is a Cardinals team that can play upset, and they have 2 games left in their season, guaranteed. They will not go to the postseason, and what better way to send your new year into the right, hopefully, phase for them by beating Philadelphia and really ruining the Eagles' year. If the Eagles were to lose this game today, not only are they likely to lose the NFC East, they are very likely to be the 5 seed. I mean, it could go a really long way in messing up Wild Card Weekend, versus if they win and they get a little bit of help from the 49ers, you could have a bye 2 weeks from now. You could not have a meaningful football game in a long time, and that would be great for Philadelphia's chances to go to, of course, the NFC title game, host it at the Link, and also maybe go ahead on to a Super Bowl. Final game inside Philadelphia in terms of this season, as we will go to the Giants next week. What's your score prediction for tonight? What do you think?
I've kind of gone back and forth on this, and I feel like, please, for once, can we get a complete game? Shout out to Anthony DeVonta too. He says, I'm hoping for a stress-free blowout win. You both are the best. Have a great show. We appreciate that, Anthony. For those not following, OutsideTheBirds.com for the blog. Anthony's the best. I'm kind of with Anthony. Like, I'm hoping that it's a stress-free thing. I'm going to say 31-13. I feel like maybe for once they cover. I've been destroyed over that last several weeks, as probably people have taken the Eagles. But I feel like maybe you can get something rolling. The Cardinals are terrible against the run. So it really, all it will take, in my opinion, is get up early, defense, keep things under wraps, and then just run the football. I know that's what everyone wants to see. That's what we all keep hearing, but let's run the football. Maybe you get some carries from Rashad Penny, like you mentioned too. You get up, get him some shake off the rust, or get him a little bit of action. But I'm going to say 31-13 Eagles. How about you?
Okay, I'm going to go 27-17, and hopefully they get to 30. That'd be a nice number. They did it last week, but let's go 27-17, but still a comfortable victory. Although, as we've mentioned, Philadelphia hadn't had a comfortable victory this year. I mean, you think back to easier wins. Maybe the home Sunday night matchup against the Dolphins was one of the more easy wins that we've had, and even that was obviously close at halftime with a Tyreek Hill touchdown. It'd just be really nice if Philadelphia can cruise today. I'm seeing some other score predictions with Twisty saying 38-13. How about 38-10? What about 35-7 from Yvonne? All good score predictions there, and a lot of Eagles fans excited about this one as well. And there's Jonathan Gannon and Nick Sirianni chatting it up at midfield. Do you think there's any, subtle animosity there? There's got to be a little bit.
It's hard to say, because again, they're not going to tell us too much, right? They're gonna keep it under wraps. I love each other, we love each other, things like that. But Gannon threw a little shade, took a slight jab at Sirianni based on the Athletics article earlier this year of essentially, in a roundabout way. I know these were not his exact words, but in a roundabout way, he kind of called him like not a great leader. He was saying it was Jonathan Gannon's words of, hey, why don't you let Shane Steichen call the plays? Back whenever they were 2-5 in 2021, and we see how the success led beyond that. So it's like Gannon kind of going in there and taking the credit. Now Sirianni didn't respond to it, for those that weren't aware or weren't following, but Sirianni basically just kind of like, hey, I like to keep those conversations in house, blah blah blah, whatever. But if that was me and I had hired this dude, and then all of a sudden he's kind of bashing me a little bit, I'd be like, I want to stick it to you. So Sirianni did say, hey, I want the fans to make him feel uncomfortable, but he said, I love Jonathan Gannon, I'm rooting for him. But there would be a little bit of an undertone of me going like, hey guys, when we get up, we're not going to just shut this thing down. Like, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep people healthy. There's no sense in, jeopardizing that. But we'll keep running the ball. We'll keep asserting our dominance. We're not gonna shut this thing down on JG.
Of course, there are obviously some other former Eagles who are playing in this game instead of just coaching in Jonathan Gannon. Kazir White is obviously now a Arizona Cardinal. He was on the Eagles team last year. And Zach Pascal, also an Arizona Cardinal now. And then technically, this would have been Zach Ertz's homecoming or return to Philadelphia, but Zach Ertz has not decided to sign with the team. So obviously, we'll keep an eye on that. Very surprising. How about just shouting into the world, into the void with $2 Super Chat? Appreciate that. If you got anything to say, you can comment down below as well. We would be obviously reading that. If you have any super chat, get you up on our screen. And we are about probably 5 minutes away from kickoff. So we're going to sync up here. Obviously, if you're watching on your TV and trying to listen to us, as you all well know, YouTube is always delayed. So you will have to pause your TV by about a play and sync up with us. We'll help you guys do that. So anyone wondering why we are behind, it's not our fault. We're actually live on my TV and I'm watching right over here. But YouTube is a little bit delayed because that's how YouTube works. So sync up with us once we get out of this commercial and we should be good to go.
Got some predictions here. Looks like Joseph Hild, I may not be saying that last name correctly, but says Ringo will have an interception, and it's time for this D-line to feast. Also says, how about starting off with a Covey return for a touchdown? So that's pretty bold, but I like it. Why not? Let's get one of those.
What about A.J. Brown? He has gone 5 straight games without a receiving touchdown, something that A.J. Brown has not done in his entire career, and yet all the talk this past week, you've done it on your show, I've done it on my show. Is he upset? Is he angry? He's not speaking to the media. I think internally he's fine. He does not like talking to the media, which I understand that as well, especially the Philadelphia media. I expect him to have a big game today. What about you?
I do too. Yes, that's why I went with the whole AJ jersey today. So you got to rep and support AJ. We are so blessed to have AJ Brown and DeVonta Smith. Like let's be honest. I think most of us realize that, or just about all of us realize that. But it's I get the frustration. Again, you talked about it, I talked about it. Internally, I think this can be a rallying thing, though. It's like, there's some noise, there's some media things that are going on, and questions or what they're asking. But internally, I think it could be a good thing. It's positive. Let's get back on the board. It wouldn't surprise me, if AJ takes advantage and we see 100+ yards and maybe a touchdown or 2. Who knows? But wouldn't surprise me at all.
We're at almost 500 people watching, only 74 likes. If you guys can hit the thumbs up button before kickoff, we would greatly appreciate that. We get to 200 likes before we start. Looks like the Arizona Cardinals won the toss. They've deferred the second half, and Matt Prater will send it down deep to both Boston Scott and Kenny Gainwell as we are underway. I'm not sure where Josh is at on his stream, but it's out the back of the end zone, and that will trot Jalen Hurts in the Philadelphia Eagle offense.
All right. I'm a little bit behind, but I will see if I can refresh it or we can sync up here in a bit.
All right. Here we go. Again, you got that healthy offensive line. Johnson, Juergens, Jason Kelsey, Landon Dickerson, and Mailata from right to left. They're wearing their Eagle green, midnight green helmets, midnight green jerseys, and white pants. And we are ready to rock with 2 wide receivers and 2 tight ends and Agent Zero to the left of Jalen Hurts in the gun on 1st down and 10 in your opening play of the ball game. All right, here we go. Hurts from the 25. Takes the snap. This is going to be a simple handoff to DeAndre Swift up the middle, and he will fall forward for a gain of 2, maybe 3, running behind Jordan Mailata, be 2nd down and 7. And we're going to get you guys synced up by reading off the play clock here in just 1 second once they finish showing us the Cardinal defense. That way everyone can be linked up with us as well. As the Eagles will come back to the line, still waiting to see a play clock here. 20, 19, 18, 17 on the play clock. As Hurts will start this one under center on 2nd down and 7. Takes the snap, toss right. This is DeAndre Swift. Tries to get behind a blocker and does, and gets to about the 34-yard line. He's going to be 2 yards short on 3rd down and 2.
All right, I'm probably about a play behind, but we'll see if we can.
Okay. We'll sync up here in a second as they go with a little pop huddle with 23 in the play clock, 22-21. With Goddard, Brown, Julio Jones checks into the game along with DeVonta Smith, and Gainwell's in there as well on 3rd down and 2. 12 in the play clock, 11 and 10. Here we go. From the Eagle 37-yard line. See if they convert the first 3rd down of the game. Hurts in the gun, stamps his foot, takes the snap. Here comes a 4-man pressure. Clean pocket, standing there all day. Now dumps it off to Kenny Gainwell. Long way to go to make the first down. He will not make the first down. He makes it back to the original line of scrimmage. And the Eagles are going to have an early decision here on short yardage. It's going to be 4th down and 2.
Come on.
It looks like they're going to punt based on the booing I'm hearing from inside the crowd. It's a little long for a brotherly shove, and sure enough, they will punt, so a 3-and-out for the Eagle offense.
Yeah, so I'm about to play behind. I just got the third down call. That doesn't make any sense to me. Again, it's like you got the brotherly shove. Why don't you run the football, right? You're 3rd and 2. You run the football. At worst, you're probably picking up a yard, right? And then you get a 4th and 1. Then you do the brotherly shove. You convert the first down and move on. But we didn't see that, so they're going to punt.
There's Rick Lovato making the stop there on special teams up to the 25-yard line, and out will come Kyler Murray in the Cardinal offense, and I will pause for a second to try sync up. Let me know once that play has ended and you see Kyler Murray trotting out onto the field, and we know that we are good to go.
Okay, I will let you know. We're getting the catch of the punt now, so.
Okay, making sure we sync up with everybody here. Got to be getting close.
And he's just now running back. Yep.
All right.
Seeing Kyler Murray.
2-4 so far on the season. 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He also has 3 rushing touchdowns as well. He's been good coming off the ACL injury, Josh, but really not a lot of weapons around him. At least we say that now, hoping Philadelphia doesn't make the weapons look better than they actually are. Of course, you got to stop James Conner, probably their best overall weapon, running back number 6. And we'll see what this Eagle defense can do off of doing pretty good against Danny DeVito and then okay against Tyrod Taylor.
Yes. Tommy DeVito, but I still call him Danny, but I'm with you.
Sorry, I got that wrong. 18 on the play clock, 17 on the play clock. Connor, the lone setback. Looks like Kyler under center. Takes the snap, play fake. Pressure comes, he rolls to his left, throws to a wide open tight end. That's a catch for a big gain. And they're up to the 50-yard line. There's Avonte Maddox on the tackle, and that's a gain of about 30 on 1st down and 10, and a great start for the Cardinal offense.
That's going to be who it is in the passing game. Trey McBride, if Kyler Murray's going to throw it with Hollywood Brown out, that's going to be your guy. I don't know how he gets that wide open. I know that there's a play action fake, but I don't know who that is. That's supposed to be covering over there. You got Shaq Leonard running over late, Avonte Maddox making the tackle, but can't let that happen.
That's a big gain there on 1st down. Now 1st down at 10, 13 on the play clock, 12:18 to go here, 1st quarter. You pause your TV, you can sync with us. Cardinals start the snap inside Eagle territory at the Eagle 48. Murray under center, takes the snap. Here's a turn give to Connor. Connor's going to be stiff-armed one man and gets to the outside and is pushed out of bounds by Ringo. Josh Sweat had a chance at him in the backfield, didn't convert. It's a gain of 5, maybe 6. Be 2nd down and 4.
It's probably going to be pretty simple. I mean, again, you see the first 2 plays. I know it's a lot of times scripted, but you're going to get a lot of Trey McBride like we talked about, and you're going to get a lot of James Conner. So you're going to have to make the tackles, as we've seen the past couple weeks with Patricia's defense. They haven't had too much of a trouble, but you're going to get lots of opportunities here. You got to shut it down for drives.
Read me your play clock again. I got logged out. And I got to go back to the
9 seconds, 8 seconds on the play clock.
All right, so Kyler Murray going to be under center on 2nd down and 5. He'll take the snap, and this will give to Connor again. He tries to bounce it out outside, and a good gang tackle there. Shaq Leonard, the first linebacker available to make that play. Nicholas Morrow in as well, and my play clock's at 34, 33, and 32. Make sure we're synced up again.
Yep, we're good. That's Shaq Leonard. I mean, we got to give him some props, right? Last week played a good game. He's not going to be great in terms of limiting a quick, athletic, mobile quarterback. So I don't think we're going to see a spy with Shaq Leonard. But as far as run stopping, he's showing a lot better signs than we saw him in the first game.
No gain there on 2nd down. Here comes 3rd and 5 from the Eagle 43. Murray in the gun. He's got 4 wide receivers and a running back to his right. Eagles potentially showing some pressure here. Takes a snap. They back out. 4-man pressure. Throws right. That's caught. And that's going to be a 1st down there. There's Greg Dortch for a gain right in front of, I believe it was James Bradbury, but I got to see exactly who it was. Little 10-yard out. And again, the Cardinals move the chains.
That's a really good catch. I mean, the diving catch there, you can't see it from the other angle. It looks like it is a catch, though. But on Eli Ricks, I don't like the coverage because you're just backing up and giving the first time. You see it all the time, but give him props for the catch, I suppose.
It's 1st down at 10 from the Eagle 36. Murray going to go under center. Back in comes Connor, the lone setback. They motion a receiver across the formation. Here's a play fake. Here's a screen. He threw it right into the dirt as there was multiple Eagles in the vicinity. Good pressure there by, I believe it was Brandon Graham. Be 2nd down at 10.
Yep, great pressure there, like you said. Shaq Leonard recognizing it right away, and Sidney Brown there. So even if Trey McBride had made that catch, it was going nowhere. Better decision to throw it into the turf.
Arizona Cardinal offense, they have 131 receptions for wide receivers. That's 31st in the National Football League. And we talk about the Eagles secondary struggling. It's a good chance for them to get right. They've struggled a little bit here as Murray's 2 for 3 for 33 yards, but a chance now, 2nd down and 10, maybe force an opening drive field goal by the Arizona Cardinals. Murray, they're going to empty it out. 4 wide receivers and a tight end tight to the formation. Standing alone in the backfield. Take the snap. Looks left, throws left. That's going to be a quick catch and a quick tackle by, looked like Kevin Byard. And that's McBride for a gain of 3. And so it'll be 3rd down and a long 7.
Okay, let's go. That's good stop. You bring up another 3rd down. This is the part where Matt Patricia was talking about all week. We got to get the pass rush. You want to get him into a 3rd and long because you can't do a whole lot in these short situations. So if you know you got a pass play coming or a very likely pass play coming, pin your ears back. Let's get a sack. We need to see that production.
Make it 3rd and 6 now. 13 on the play clock. 9:35 to go here. Opening drive of the game for the Arizona Cardinals after an Eagle 3 and out. Murray's going to go empty. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Stops, throws, fires. That's caught. That's a 1st down. Reed Blankenship makes the tackle, but there's a quick, simple hot route on a little slant to Higgins across the middle. And yet again, the Eagles give up another 3rd down conversion, and the defense is looking a little rough.
Yeah, William Swingle says, wow, they ran the slant. Yep, that's the way to beat it so far. It's going over the middle. You're giving up the 1st down. I just don't understand. Like, if you have Blankenship on that call to come down in the zone, why don't you just bring him down early or tell him as soon as the snap, just go down because you're giving it to him.
1st down at 10. Cardinals marching at the 26-yard line of Philadelphia. Connor to the left of Murray in the gun now moves to his right. They're going to go 2 receivers to the bottom, 2 tight ends in. Murray takes a snap. Turn give Connor. Trying to run left side. Nice size hole there across the 20. And he bounces it outside. Breaks 1 tackle. He's got a 1st down and steps out of bounds with Keely Ringo in trail. And that is another Cardinal 1st down. And a 3-win Arizona team is coming to Philadelphia early on this drive. And they're pushing around this Eagle defense.
It's just not a great sign. It's a very well-blocked play. But still, you got Josh Sweat getting caught up. Byard there. Morrow. Just a gaping hole for James Conner, and then Blankenship misses the tackle. You allow it for 10 yards or more, but you knew this was coming. Like, you knew they're going to run the ball quite a bit with James Conner, and then on 3rd downs, what are you going to do? You're going to go over the middle of the field, and so far, no adjustments.
I formation. Murray's going to turn and give to Conner up the middle. He breaks 2 tackles and spins out of another, taken down by Josh Sweat at the 7-yard line to be 2nd down and short, and well, this is the recipe to play Philadelphia. Quick slants, quick passes, quick runs. I mean, you try and get this defensive line on its heels, and so far it's worked out pretty darn well. Yeah, this is pretty frustrating, not going to lie. I was hoping to see maybe a little bit more of a stout defense here, but you've got a 2nd and 4. They're into the red zone at the 8. Come on, D. 12 on the play clock, 7:35 to go 1st quarter. Murray's going to be in the gun. He's got Connor to his left. They got 2 receivers to the near side and 1 tight to the far side from the 7-yard line of Philadelphia. They can still get a 1st down. Murray takes the snap, plants his foot, doesn't know where to go. Now he's going to roll to his right. Reddick's going to chase. Murray's got the corner, and Murray's going to dump out of bounds at the 4, so he gets the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal Arizona. No spy there on Kyler Murray, huh? You don't want to spy him. Yeah, I guess not. I mean, Reddick's trying to get there, but we know Kyler Murray's almost impossible with the speed and athleticism. But yeah, you allow him to just escape out the backside. I mean, looked easy. Yeah. Thankfully, the Eagles gang tackled to get him out of bounds, or else it would have been a touchdown. But here's 1st and goal from the Eagle 3. Eagles on their heels here. 1st drive of the Cardinals after the Eagles went 3 and out. Murray in the gun. Connor to his left. Snaps the football at 1 second to go. This is a quarterback run to the right. Here comes Josh Sweat. No, it's a fumble. Ball's out. Hey, Murray's got it. He fell back on it. Milton Williams caused that play. And that's the first positive play for the Eagles defense as the Cardinals lose 10. Whew, that was, I thought we were coming away with that one, going away for 6. You get a turnover, get a touchdown, but still, like you mentioned, you called it. Milton Williams split the defense there, getting into the backfield. That's what, a 10-yard loss almost, getting there to Kyler Murray. Great play from Milton Williams. Yeah, that ball squirts out, and the first chance was Reed Blankenship at it, but Murray got it back underneath him very quickly. But still, that's a good play. 2nd down and goal all the way back at the Eagle 12. Murray in the gun. 2 tight ends. Take the snap. Turn give Connor. Running left side. And he breaks 1 tackle and then goes upfield and is taken down by Shaq Leonard. He only gets about 2 yards. But there was a chance there by Josh Sweat to make that a negative gain. But either way, 1st down and goal from the 4 has become 3rd down and goal from about the Eagle 10. There you go. This is what you like to see. There's a little bit more physicality. You're kind of disrupting the running game. Not able to get as many yards. It's another, I mean, essentially this is a 3rd and long. I know it's a 3rd and goal, but these are situations where we've given up these plays before. What can the defense do? Philadelphia defense would love to get off the field here with just a field goal. 3rd down and goal with 5:21 to go first quarter. Murray in the gun. 3 receivers to the bottom of the formation. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Steps up, throws. Got to make a tackle. Incomplete. And a great play there by Reed Blankenship to blow up the running back who had dropped the ball before he got there. 4th down and goal, and the Eagle defense will hold. And all will be right within the world after they only give up 3 points.
Thank goodness, because I was going to be very upset. It's not great to give up 3, but it's much better considering how that drive was looking and seemed to be turning out. You mentioned there, it's an interesting look. They actually brought 5 on that pass rush there. I like that because you're not getting as much pressure and don't allow Kyler Murray to take some time. He had to get a hot right out, and then Reed Blankenship there to break it up. So that's good. Hopefully limit 3.
All right, here comes a Prater 28-yard field goal, up and good, and it is 3-0 Arizona after Kyler Murray went right down the field, but the Eagle defense led by Milton Williams got a stop, and the Eagles will be back out on offense for their second drive of the game. So, again, there is a blueprint to playing the Eagle defense, Josh, and that is to get the ball out as quickly as possible, and they did that, especially early in that drive. Late, though, you see Murray hold the ball a little bit longer, and the defensive line starts to get home, and they're able to get a stop. So, again, no harm, no foul, but that can't be the overall recipe for the day. They got to figure out a way to slow down the Kyler Murray 3-win Arizona Cardinal offense.
Yep. Matt Dewberry says sometimes you just need that little shove to get you going. You kind of a punch to the mouth or a wake-up call, whatever it takes, but hopefully that's the case now. Defense able to limit, like you say, to 3 points, and maybe the offense can get something going here. You surely can take advantage of, like, there's plays to be had. I know it's very, very early in the game. I mean, I hate to knock on the play calling already, but still, if you go back to the last 3rd down call, it just makes no sense to me with this team. You know the Cardinals are bad against the run. Any 3rd and 2 for the rest of the game, run the football. Like, it's just, I don't see how you're going to, if you lose yardage on a 3rd and 2 and then you're like, okay, now we have to punt for sure, that's fine. But like, I would rather say run the football, pick up a yard at minimum, and then, you know, you got the brotherly shove in your back pocket. But for some reason, it's like we try to get cute or fancy or just some sort of different play call because it's like, oh, they probably know it's coming. I mean, this has been like the MO of the team for at least a couple of years. Like, hey, we're going to run the football. You know we're going to do that, and you can't stop it with the O-line we have. But I don't know. It's early. Maybe we learn from that 1 3rd down situation there. But only 3 points. I will take that. That's a positive.
Couple of early scores here. The one that really matters is San Francisco's 12-play drive only results in 3 points. 3-0 49ers over the 4-win Washington Commanders. Sam Howell got the start today for the injured Jacoby Brissett. Saints and Bucks battle for the NFC South. Potential matchup for Philadelphia. If they were to slide to the 5 seed, they'd play the 4-seeded NFC South winner. Saints are up 7-0 after a Derek Carr touchdown to his tight end Johnson. Bucks have the football. 4th down and 2. They're going to punt. Rams Giants doesn't matter for us this week, but obviously our opponent last week and the next week. 0-0 up there in New York. Raiders Colts is 7-3 as the Raiders have just kicked a field goal there after a Jonathan Taylor rushing touchdown. Falcons still trying to hang on for their chance at the NFC South title. They're down 7-0 though after a Justin Fields passing touchdown in Chicago. And the Patriots have a 7-3 lead over the Buffalo Bills, who very much need this game to stay afloat in the AFC I believe the AFC East, but also for the AFC wildcard race as well. The Dolphins were able to win, who have a 7-0 lead over the Baltimore Ravens. All right, so here comes the kickoff shortly by the Arizona Cardinals, and a chance at the Eagle offense that went 3 and out on that opening drive, and Matt Prater sends this one to the end zone, and we will have our second drive of the Eagle offense with Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown.
Let's go. Let's run it. And also shout out to Jennifer Edwards for joining the channel. Welcome to the Let's Run It tier.
There you go.
Also, shout out to everybody that's made it to their fantasy football championship. Ours ended last week, so congrats to, I actually didn't know who was in their league, but I was going to say whoever that was. Okay, well, there you go. We split the pot. That was fun. But for anybody who didn't partake, we're going to do it next year. We're going to do a fantasy football league, but good luck to those of you in the championship today.
1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Remember, Eagles going up against a Nick Rallis coach team. It was the Eagle linebacker coach last week, as Hurts will take the snap, play fake all day, steps up and throws across the middle. Wide open. There's A.J. Brown at the 40, makes a man miss across the 41, and there is number 11. You've got to love the idea of getting him involved early, and the fans rain him down with applause, as we all understand why he's upset. It's the media that's been kind of, putting him in a corner there, but there's a good comeback route by A.J. Brown across the middle and an Eagle first down.
Yeah, they're going to make sure to let him feel the love. And hey, look at this. Little hurry up.
Hurry up, quick screen to DeVonta Smith. That's good for 6. Be second down and 4.
I'm not a huge fan of the wide receiver screen. I know a lot of us aren't, but that not too bad there. I think whenever you see only one corner up at the line of scrimmage, I'm not as much opposed to having AJ Brown block and throw it to DeVonta rather than vice versa. I think too many times we see Smitty blocking. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
I totally agree. Here's second down and 5 now from the Eagle 46. They're going to go 3 tight ends now with AJ, DeVonta at the top. Here's a give to DeAndre Swift. Tries to go outside, cuts up field. He gets 3 or 4 yards, taken down by multiple Cardinal linebackers. Be third down. Here comes another third and short. 3rd and 3 officially. They were unable to convert this earlier. Let's see what they do here.
What should we do here in the chat? Let us know. What should the play call be? I'm going to say like I did last time. Just run the ball. It's 3rd and 3. Run the football.
Yeah, you have a pretty free play there on 4th down and 1 if it comes to that. But Gainwell is in. They will go 2 tight ends, tight to formation. They're in a running stance. Let's see what they do here. From the Eagle 46, Hurts takes the snap, turn, give, Gainwell. No, he's going to keep it. Pop pass. There's Dallas Goedert. He's got a first down and more across the 40. Goddard still running and tackled out of bounds across the 30. That's the Eagles' favorite RPO this season. They fake the inside zone. They sneak Goddard out to the right, and that's a big gain there, and the Eagles are in business.
All right, I like that better than running, so I was wrong. You're right. They run the RPO, DG wide open. Also, he started to look like he was getting pulled down, very reminiscent of the Cowboys game there. He was able to stay up. I think he probably felt that. It was like, no, this is not happening here. But great play design and pick up a really good yardage there all the way to the 29.
Thankfully, it was the opposite arm. His 54th catch of the year. First down and 10 from the 29. Turn, give, Swift up the middle. Nice gain there. That's good for 6, maybe 7. And the Eagle offense has started to hum here with 2:56 to go in the first quarter and a 3-0 game where Arizona leads.
Keep it rolling. Ryan here says, as a joke, I drafted all Eagles players in Fantasy League, and somehow I'm in the league Super Bowl. So,
oh my goodness.
I'm not sure how that works, but hey, congrats to you.
Hurts takes the snap from pistol. Here's a give to DeAndre Swift in the pistol. He tries to bounce it outside and doesn't get anywhere. He might have lost a yard. So a very quick 3rd down and 5 as the Eagles had gone hurry up. Once they got that first down, they'll slow down now and go for a huddle. But a run at a pistol is something that a lot of film watchers have really enjoyed, that the Eagles don't do a lot this year, Josh. This time I thought Swift could have popped up hard to say. Could have kind of popped up the middle there, but nowhere to go. Good play there by Nick Rallis' Cardinal defense.
Yeah, kind of staying home there. Not many. You might have been able to pick up a couple yards, but you're right. Not a whole lot. I just love the different look. I will say that, because instead of inside zone that we see too many times.
Here's a 3rd and 4. Here's another run, Gainwell up the middle, and he's going to be about half a yard short. So you're going to get 4th down in inches, and you kind of already expect what the Eagle crowd wants. And sure enough, they're going to line up in the brotherly shove. Yep, you can hear the crowd. That's crazy.
Okay. Now get quiet, too. Get quiet.
That's right.
All the players were saying it's been too loud recently during that.
Well, this is close, but Hurts is going to get it. He was stopped at the beginning. Okay. There is a flag. You know, the refs try to cheat us out of these first downs. We'll keep an eye on if someone's offsides. But he did get enough for the first down, and they were offsides as well. So no matter what, it's a first down for Philadelphia.
Okay. We'll take it. Was it me, or did it look like Jalen almost fumbled the snap? It looked kind of weird. He got it almost in his hip pocket there whenever he got the snap and began to get pushed forward.
It's got to be tough because you got to grab it and go as quickly as possible, and you're getting shoved from the front and shoved from the back. Good to have Landon Dickerson as well. They ran right behind him coming off that really minor finger surgery. So a new set of downs and 134 on the play clock. They'll accept the penalty to give them more yards, but it would have worked either way, as Hurts has started 4 for 4 for 44 yards. And now, Josh, we get to see this offense in the red zone, which they've had kind of a love-hate relationship. Hate in the beginning, love recently. But a first down and 10 from the Eagle, or from the Cardinal 14, with the 10th ranked red zone offense in Philadelphia. Hurts takes the snap. This would be a give to Gainwell. Tries to bounce it up the middle, and he's going to get 2, maybe 3 there, running behind Cam Jurgens and Jason Kelce. Be second down and 8.
See what they could do here is they're showing the 1,000-yard club. You got A.J. Brown, 1,400 receiving yards, a little over 1,000 for DeVonta, and your 1,000-yard rusher for DeAndre Swift. I mean, that's all you need to say, really. There's been a lot of dominance from those 3. You add in Dallas Goedert, that's basically the Eagles' offense, and that's perfectly fine. You got more than enough playmakers. Let's see if they go to one of those here.
Hurts is less than 300 yards away from a 4,000-yard season as well, as they're going to motion Swift back across the formation. And the Eagles are going to take a 2nd and 8 snap. Hurts takes it. He's got a 4-man pressure. Steps up, lofts it. End zone. That's going to be caught. Guess who? It's Julio Jones for the Eagles. Touchdown, his 2nd of the year, and the Eagles are on top.
Oh, I love it. That is so awesome.
All right.
I don't think anybody expected you. I just said, hey, who are you going to go to? You want to go to one of the playmakers? Julio Jones gets overlooked at times, but he's right there in the slot. He's running across the middle. Just beats it really from the snap. And he's got a step all the way. Good throw from Jalen. Look at that, on the board.
Working on the nickel cornerback Thomas there, and he saw a little bit of the old Julio Jones speed, number 11 back during his Atlanta Falcon days. Again, it's his 2nd touchdown. I believe it's only his 4th or 5th catch this season. He had one last week to convert on a 4th down against the Giants, but the Eagles take the ball 75 yards on the 2nd Eagle drive of the day, and a Jake Elliott extra point makes it a 7-3 game, and the Eagles have a touchdown drive. They ran the football well, and they have a lead here early. How about that?
Love the answer. Way to come back to.
Gotta like keep that. It rolling. Yep, that's all you gotta do. Make it easy for us today. That'd be nice. Shout out to Amiri Dandra. I had Julio over on touchdowns. Gotta like that. Congratulations.
Ooh, that's gotta be a pretty good bet. I don't know what that is, but anytime touchdown score, I don't know what the odds would be, but the fact that he hasn't scored too much, congrats on that. That's got to be a good payout.
There you go. All right, we welcome in over 1,000 people watching us right now. 163 likes, though, between both my channel and Josh's channel. If you have not subbed to both channels, we'd appreciate that. And let's get to, 300 likes for that touchdown by the Eagles?
We can do that.
For 300 likes? I think we can.
For sure.
We can.
And happy New Year's Eve, as My Basement MMA says that. Happy New Year's Eve. Let's go.
There you go. Happy New Year's Eve. For whatever reason, I thought the college football playoff games were tonight. No, they're tomorrow. So that is something that I was wrong at. I thought until about an hour ago that I was going to be watching playoff games tonight, and instead it's tomorrow. So
I did too. I've gotten so accustomed to it. I guess with a Sunday game, you're not going to compete against the NFL naturally. But yeah, I was like, oh, cool, we got that tonight. But is it's what is it? It's Vikings. Is it Vikings Packers?
Is it Vikings Packers tonight? I can confirm that.
I should know that. That's actually my wife's team, so I should
probably. It is Vikings and Packers in Minneapolis tonight. Basically a battle for the 7th seed in the NFC at this point. Basically.
What a game.
Let's check in on some scores here as we look around the National Football League. The Ravens are on the board with a Justice Hill touchdown. Dolphins add a field goal. It's 10-7 Miami. That is the number 1 ranked offense versus the number 1 ranked defense in a battle for the 1 seed. Winner of that will get the 1 seed most likely in the AFC. San Francisco has just thrown a 2-yard passing touchdown from Brock Purdy to Deebo Samuel, and the Eagles' hopes of the 1 seed will diminish with a Niner win, but don't go impossible. But 10-0 right now up there in Landover, Maryland, as the Commanders' sorry 4-win team are not helping us. Saints still 7-0 over the Bucks. Rams and Giants still 0-0, although it looks like Puka Nacua and Matt Stafford are marching. Colts 7-3 over the Raiders in the battle of the AFC wildcard. Falcons unable to move the football right now. 7-0 Bears in Chicago. And keep an eye on this Patriot 7-3 lead over the Buffalo Bills. Remember, the opener, or the first division game after the Jets game for the Buffalo Bills, was that loss to the Patriots. That was brutal for them. They need to win this game to get their 10th win of the season and stay alive for Josh Allen MVP, and obviously Buffalo playoff hopes as well. They are still in a hole early, though, as the Eagles wrap up a 9-play, 75-yard scoring drive, 4:33 off the clock, and Julio Jones, the 12-yard passing touchdown from Hurts, who has not thrown an incompletion yet, as Jake Elliott kicks this one off, and it's going to be returnable from the 10 with a head of steam. There's Dortch across the 30, and he gets down to the 34. So don't like Jake Elliott not kicking it out of the back of the end zone, but it looks like we'll get one more play here to end the first quarter as Kyler Murray trots back out of the field with 28 seconds left.
Come on, Nolan. Nolan missed a tackle there, too.
Shout out to
everybody knows that's my guy. But
and Lita Serrano Santos listening in from Puerto Rico.
Hey,
welcome in. We appreciate you watching.
Yeah, that's also a shout out to Kelly Borkowski. I'm not sure if I say the last name correctly, but hi guys, just subscribed. Go Birds. Also the Mean Green Detroit thing, normally on chat, but with you guys, glad I found you guys. We appreciate that.
Yep. Better stream overall. Here's a quick pass, and that's going to be incomplete. They got to make sure that didn't fall out of go backwards, as they were trying to get it to do look like more there. and that will fall harmlessly out of bounds, 2nd down and 10. So a chance for the Eagle defense to kind of show up a little bit here after what was a kind of rough opening drive for the Cardinals that resulted in a field goal. Let's see what they can do here on 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that did look kind of close. It's obviously not enough because they're not taking a look at it, but split second, wondering if it was going backwards.
All right. Murray in the gun from the 35-yard line. Takes the snap. He's going to turn and give, and Moore has got a long way to go to get back to the original line of scrimmage. He does somehow. There was a really good chance for Brandon Graham to get a stop there in the backfield. He whiffed on the tackle, but no gain. Maybe a gain of 1 to be 3rd down and 9.
What? Okay, Brandon Graham, I can understand. Like, he got there, he was trying hard, good move from the running back. But what was James Bradberry do? Did you see that spin move? Like, Bradberry looks like he spins before the runner even commits to the other side. I don't know what that was. He had an opportunity to make a tackle. Nolan Smith hopefully does.
I have stopped questioning what James Bradberry does. I just kind of assume that it's going to be a problem. So that is what it is. That is the end of quarter number 1, though, as I will run for a very quick bathroom break and send Josh to solo, and we'll be right back for the kickoff, or the start, of the 2nd quarter.
Gotcha. Oh, man. James Bradberry. Maybe I pick on him too much. Maybe we do, but I don't know what's up with the dude. It is, needless to say, frustrating at times. I know a lot of you guys feel the same way, because comment section during live chats, live streams, it's Lon Sadberry is lost in space. Haha, yep, that is him. That's a new one. I don't think I've seen Sadberry. I've seen Burntberry. What do we say? Badberry, Sadberry. Poor guy. Yeah, TJD, James Badberry. Yeah, I've seen that one. Burntberry has to go. K-Dude. Twisty, James in his own world out there. Yep. I don't know that I've seen the defender do the spin move before the runner actually has. That's probably a first for me. But hey, you got a chance for a 3rd down here. Coming back from into the 1st quarter. We'll see. Give the ball back. I'm curious to see what they do with Bradberry, honestly, whenever Slay comes back, if he comes back. He should, but I wouldn't be opposed to, hey, Bradberry, go to the bench, Keely Ringo, Slay out there. Occasionally, if you need to bring in Bradberry based on a matchup, but even a matchup, like, what are you bringing him in there for? Twisty, I call him Dingleberry. Laneberry, D3WC, Laneberry. Okay, that's an interesting one. I don't think I've seen that one either. Dingleberry might be the best, though. That's out there. Poor guy can't escape all these nicknames. That's a sign of either you've made it, or that you're really regressing. It's the nickname. It's either you're getting great nicknames, crazy nicknames, like Jalen Carter, all the nicknames we started to hear about him, or to the negative effect with Bradberry here. Oh, but Zeno here, man, Bradberry out there looking like Nnamdi Asomugha. Yeah, that's also maybe another nickname too. Suzanne Kelly says Maddox playing, question marks. Yeah, Maddox is out there. Love to see it. 29 out there in the slot. All right, we're back though. 3rd and 8, 15 on the play clock. Kyler Murray in the gun. Got trips left, takes the snap, 4-man pressure. Now 5 coming, pressure, throws left, complete, 1st down. Ball's out, fumble. James Bradberry recovers. Look at that. James Bradberry with the recovery.
All right, good timing to come back here. Right. What a surprise there.
We were bashing him actually at the break. Bradberry wasn't the one who forced this, though. Look at who that was. Is he? Oh, he might be down.
He might be down.
I was going to say, you got to DeVonta
yes.
Maddox. We just got a question. Yep. Moore is down. That's going to stay with the Cardinals. Gosh,
darn it.
We were just talking about, literally had a question. Hey, is Maddox playing? And then he forces a fumble, or looks like it. And then James Bradberry recovers. But yeah, they're going to keep it. 1st down on a 3rd and 8.
All right. Well, another 3rd down conversion, but at least it looked pretty good for a chance to go ahead and get a stop there. That would have been nice.
Yeah. TJD says James Goodberry. It was a James Badberry before, but then Goodberry. Unfortunately, it doesn't count, but it's a what have you done for me lately league, as we all know. So Come on, D. You got to make a stop, especially these long third downs. We can't keep giving these up. That was way too easy. Wide open throw for Murray to Moore.
Yeah, Eli
All right,
Rick's getting a lot of run at corner today, and he's been struggling on 2 third down possessions.
Yep. 4-man pressure. Murray over the middle, complete, and another first down. That's a gain of about 13 or 14. That's Higgins there for the completion, and really just too easy. I mean, it's a kind of a just pass and catch.
You a fan of Hassan Reddick in coverage there, Josh? That's who that was in coverage there of the tight end Higgins.
No,
not a fan.
Really.
Not a fan.
I get that Patricia likes these, complex, exotic alignments or, drop guys back when you shouldn't. At times it's okay, but Hassan is your only consistent pass rusher, let's be honest, or at least in terms of production and sacks. You got to pressure every single time with him. All right, toss play here. James Conner left side breaks a tackle, finds a lot of space up the middle and gains about 12 or 13 yards before being brought down.
It's got to be the third or fourth time this game that they have him bottled up, and then they just can't. They can't make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Just ridiculous. Also, shout out to Darth Procrastinatious, who says, will Jalen help me win my fantasy league today? Well, he already has a touchdown for you, so hopefully he gets you a couple more.
Hopefully so. Yeah, you're right. Connor is dead to rights there, and you got they're showing it again. I mean, Josh Sweat goes inside, and that allows the opening back outside because Shaq Leonard was there to make the tackle inside. Oh no! Now they're showing Reed Blankenship on the sideline.
Yeah, it looks like Reed's out. In will come Sidney Brown. He had a concussion earlier this season, so we'll keep an eye there as he's going to go to the Blue Medical tent. Jeez,
it looks like Slay asked him what's going on. And he said, "I'm fine" to Slay, so hopefully it's not a big deal, but we'll see. Empty set for Kyler Murray here. 1st and 10. Ball at the Philly 28. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Looking over the middle. It's complete. And Dortch is brought down by Shaq Leonard, but not before a gain of about 6. Brings up a 2nd and 4.
Attacking the middle of the Eagle defense. We know it's worked all season long. It works there again. As you mentioned, though, Josh, no pass rush at the top of this broadcast. We said that's obviously going to be something that makes a difference, has an impact, and so far it's not at all. As Deontay Maddox checks back into this game, a lot of Eli Ricks, a lot less Keely Ringo is what I've seen so far, as it's Ricks in for Ringo at the moment, opposite of James Bradbury.
I am not a fan. Not a fan of that. 2nd and 4, Kyler Murray takes a snap. 4-man pressure. He is pressure. Goes up the middle, and he's brought down. It's a sack.
Okay.
By Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter's going to be, I think, credited with that one.
I think so. You had Milton Williams up there as well. Murray tried to squirt free, but Jalen Carter, I think, comes off the left side. Yeah, it's the backup pass rush unit. And how about 98, your odds-on favorite to win Defensive Rookie of the Year? He gets his first sack in a couple of games.
There you go. That's all it took was you just had to, hey, we talk about the pass rush. You bring it up, and then it fixes it every time. It's the announcer's jinx, but jinx in the right way.
Gotta like that. All right, 3rd and 7. Come on, defense.
3rd and 7, ball on the 24 of Philly. Philly showing pressure. Kyler Murray in the gun. Has it back to his right. 3rd and 7, 1 on the play clock. Just gets it away. Only 4-man pressure. Deep shot left side. No one there.
Go!
Sidney Brown. He's got the pick. Running back to the 20. He's got blockers. The 30. The 40. Still has blockers. Cuts up through the middle. To the 40. To the 30. It's got one man to beat.
Go. Yeah.
Sidney Brown. Touchdown.
Wow.
Interception. Pick 6. Let's
go.
Oh, my God.
Turnovers into touchdowns.
Yes. 98
wow.
yards. Unbelievable.
Jeez. Kyler just throws this up, and he has some sort of miscommunication with the receiver who runs basically a 10-yard in, and Murray throws the deep fade. Sidney Brown's over the top. I think this is just clear miscommunication of what's probably an option route. But then there's the Sidney Brown speed we see. Boy, he runs by everybody for the touchdown.
If Britton Covey wasn't such a good punt returner, that's your audition right there. You say, put Sidney Brown back there. I know it's not the same as the punt coverage, but still, like, he's weaving through traffic, and you mentioned it, man, showing that speed, getting it out full throttle. How about that for the Rook? Not only your first pick, but you do that for a pick 6. Let's go. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please, come on. You got a Julio touchdown now, a Sidney Brown pick 6. Come on.
Who would have guessed Julio and Sidney Brown to be your 14 points so far for the Eagles, and a double-digit lead in the early second quarter. Wow. This is what it feels like.
Oh, my gosh. It's been way too long, to be honest. I mean, come on. Not only has it been a turnover, but what happens when the defense scores? Like, come on.
Yeah, we've talked all year long about how they just do not get turnovers. They just do not, create any sort of big plays on defense. And they almost had a fumble earlier on in this game. Now you have the very nice play, I think a boneheaded play by the Cardinals, but capitalizing on it, you got to love that. Shout out to Carol Helsey, who says, just subscribed. I'm from Georgia. I don't get to see the Eagles games. My way to follow what is going on. Thanks for being here for us who don't live near Philadelphia. Appreciate you. We do it every single week, and we have really great shows during the week as well. We encourage you guys to sub if you have not subbed to this channel yet, or Josh's channel as well. We're over 1,000 people watching, and we just hit 300 likes. So if we want to get to 500 likes next, just hit that fun little thumbs up button right below the subscribe button, somewhere below me over here.
There you go. And in Georgia, like you, Thomas. So
I think he means Georgia the country, not Georgia the.
Okay. There you go.
That would be my guess.
Fair enough.
Let me know.
That's
I think it's a little further than Georgia in
that's probably a more
south of
actual assessment. Now that you say it, yeah, that's probably. You never know, but yeah, that's probably accurate. Let's see. We had Sydney Brownberry from Guy Jordan. What are we doing?
How about Jalen Carter getting a sack, and then the very next play, Sidney Brown makes a difference? I mean, this Eagle draft class, Josh, while it hasn't been, it's not the greatest draft class of all time, but you're looking at a lot of good players. I mean, Sidney Brown is already getting a significant amount of defensive snaps. Keely Ringo is starting to come into his own. I mean, we've seen Tyler Steen be serviceable at guard and can swing out to tackle. Obviously, Carter is really good. You're just kind of waiting on Nolan Smith to pop. If he does, though, you have at least 3 good players from this draft with potential to maybe 4 if Ringo goes ahead and pops.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of positivities too. Again, I had a comment here from let's see. Now we're a Super Bowl team. I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We do have a good team. A lot of times it comes down to coaching, and we'll be honest too. Like Kyler Murray blows that play up. Like a lot of quarterbacks are not throwing that one, and they're just gifting it to Sidney Brown. But still, you're in the right spot. Sidney Brown's there in coverage. He's backtracking. Like even if he does throw that ball, and let's say he's actually taking an out route, he's there. He's there to make the stop. He's there to probably break it up. And so being in the right spot, but you mentioned it. Yeah, you've got a lot of potential from these rooks. You're getting them playing time. Hopefully, you keep building on this in today's game. You build on it next week against the Giants. Let them be confident into the playoffs because we're going to need them for sure. Definitely with the depth. As the kickoff is out and Murray's going to come back on the field. Let's see. And China says, Josh, your hunch of positivity seems to be panning out. Let's keep it up. Okay. There you go. I'm just trying to be maybe overly optimistic this week in shows, but you try to. Hopefully we keep it rolling.
Eric Lovely with the super chat. Let's go Birds. Thanks for the play-by-play and expert analysis. Love your show from Arkansas. I know which Arkansas we're talking about. We appreciate the 5 though, Eric. Appreciate you hanging out with us.
Yeah, that's one for sure. Appreciate that, Eric. All right, let's go. Birds up. I should say Eagles up 14-3. 15 on the play clock. Kyler Murray under center, takes the snap, handoff James Conner right side, trying to get around the corner. He does, and able to only pick up 2 yards before Josh Sweat runs him out of bounds. A 2nd and 8.
Yeah, he gets around the corner, but this isn't like he did those first 2 drives. This is barely getting around the corner and what would have been a negative gain into a gain of about 2. 2nd down and 7 now, so make it 3. But the Eagle defense, and they're flying to the football right now. Nolan Smith in, getting a bunch of snaps. I mean, I like what I see so far.
Big fan of this. Look at that. 5th 99-yard INT for a touchdown in team history, the longest since 2015, and that was Malcolm Jenkins.
Against who?
Hey.
Brady.
Yep, you got a Brady. Oh, okay. I thought that was offsides. Sorry, not an offside. James Conner, though, a run, breaks a tackle, and gets by James Bradbury, and a 1st down.
Conner's having a nice afternoon on the ground right now. Still, though, you think back to that interception. I can't remember the last time the Eagles had a pick 6. I believe it was the Darius Slay one week 1, right? That was the last time Philly had a pick 6?
Yeah. Yep. You're right. That was the last one.
Been a long time.
Way too long.
Way too long.
I thought that was Moro Jomo, I guess, who jumped. For a split second, I paused thinking they were going to call it, but there was no movement. So either way, Cardinals get a 1st down from the run from James Conner. 8 rushes for 49 yards. I'd say that's been pretty effective for him so far. Murray now in the gun, left side. Bubble route to Moore. It's complete. Only a gain of about 2 or 3 before he's wrestled down by Keely Ringo.
Yeah, we got to love Keely Ringo getting in there. He's fired up. I saw a tweet earlier this week. He's the same exact size as Richard Sherman. He's a little bit heavier, though.
Yeah.
He's thicker. He's a thicker Richard Sherman. And the big knock on Kelee Ringo was not his size, was not his speed, was not his strength, was not his IQ on the football field. It was his hips. It was being able to make quick cuts and move laterally from side to side. He's been really good for Philadelphia the past couple of weeks at doing just that. And he's in right now at starting cornerback for Eli Ricks.
I love seeing it. You're right. The athleticism, too, at that size. And his hips, too. We've seen some, as the play now, Trey McBride, tight end screen, gets the completion, gain of about 3 or 4, going to bring up a 3rd and 2. But you're right. There was coverage, too, I think, earlier this week in practice of Ringo doing some drills. I know it's just drills, so, yeah, you can make of it what you want. But he looks different, like fluidity in the hips, and that was a knock on him even in the draft process. You saw some of his early film or the early practices. You could tell he's gaining confidence regardless, but then you start seeing some of those drills and the production out there. There is so much potential, especially for how young he is. I mean, remember, he's just 21. Like, the dude's just started legal drinking age. I mean, come on.
Get off the field now, defense.
3rd
and 2.
Kyler Murray in the gun, takes the snap, right side, complete slant route, 1st down. And it looks like Sidney Brown was in coverage there. Dortch is brought down, a gain of about 5 or 6. I think that was Sidney Brown, if I'm not mistaken. I think he slipped from that play, but it's, again, just a really easy over-the-middle slant route look.
He either slips or he thinks it's an out route and tries to jump the out route for another pick, and they hit him with a slant from the slot receiver. You have to see a replay to know for sure. But either way, another 3rd down conversion for all of Arizona's flaws today. That's been a really big bright spot.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Sidney Brown, I think that's going to be sometimes feast or famine as fast as he plays. Now Kyler Murray, it's a wide receiver screen outside to Moore. It's complete, breaks a tackle out of bounds, gain of about 6, brings up a 2nd and 4.
You do wonder with all these quick passes and runs to the outside and screens that even though the Eagle front four doesn't look like it gets a lot of pressure to us, teams are still worried about it. They're still calling the game as if they're trying to get the ball out of Murray's hands very, very quickly. We saw that last week against the Giants as well, and maybe that's part of the reason why the Eagle pass rush has been so down this year is not that they are not good, because they have good players, but just because they aren't given any sort of time. I mean, the ball's out in a matter of seconds so far in these couple of early drives for the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, you're right. It is because they are getting some pressure, but teams are accounting for it. Is there a flag now on the play? James Conner,
fumble.
Run gain of 1.
Oh, no, you got it back. Sorry. I thought I saw that ball come out. This is probably offsides, would be my guess, because they did not blow this dead, and it was thrown at the very beginning. It'll be a 1st down if it was. No, it's an illegal shift. Okay, there you go. So it'll be 2nd down and 9.
All right, 2nd and 9 here is showing JG on the sideline. He can't be too happy about the 14-3 deficit that they're in right now. I'm a fan. I hope they just keep running it up. Let's see how much we can beat them by here, though. Cardinals with the ball inside Philly territory at the 47-yard line. Murray in the gun. Got a runner to his right, trips right. Now, looks like in motion is Dortch out to the left side, so an empty set. 11 on the play clock. He's going to take the snap, 4-man pressure, looking over the middle. He's going to fire. Nope, pump fake. Now looking left side, throws it, and it's out of bounds. Intended for Wilson. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd and 9, but there is a flag on the play.
This is weird by Kyler. He double clutches this. He goes across the middle, doesn't like it. He thought he had the guy open, and then he has a wide open player on the left side, but overthrew him, but it's going to be all for naught because it was illegal contact by Kelee Ringo, and that should be an automatic 1st down for the Cardinal offense.
Yeah, they're going to show it here too. It's on Dortch. Yeah, he kind of just
reroutes him.
It is enough. It's sometimes you see that called, sometimes not. It's enough. You could say for sure. I mean, that is a penalty. I thought he threw it for a second with a pump fake.
He almost did.
Not going to matter. Okay, 1st and 10 though. Ball at the Philly 41, and Kyler Murray under center. Going to take the snap. Handoff Connor, right side. It runs into his own man and brought down. That's thanks to, I think, Moro Jomo with the push.
I don't think we've seen Moro Jomo get this many snaps all season. He's been healthy and active. Has he played it? I think he played in 1 game, right? Might have been one game. Yeah. But number 72 is a new face that you haven't seen a lot of if you're an Eagle fan. Look at that. Sheds the guard, plugs the hole, and forces the running back Connor to run in the back of McBride. And that's a great play by a very late draft pick who's been virtually inactive all season long.
Yeah. Hey, and you remember, I think Cam Jurgens was the one they're asking, who are the practice squad guys? Who are the guys that are really making an impact or making you feel it? And Moro Jomo's one is James Conner on the cutback. Man, what a 12 yards and a first down. Just open hole, being able to be physical too. It's the running game. You got issues with it.
Yeah, Kyler Murray's 10 of 14 for 89 and a pick, but it's been James Conner on the ground that's been the soft spot for Philadelphia. He has, he's approaching 70 yards right now running the ball, and that's another good one for a gain of 11 and a first down.
That is frustrating. K-Dude, too, says even though Gannon is a dirty liar, you got to admit that he was a good DC. That is an interesting argument that the chat can argue about as we keep going here.
Sure.
Kyler Murray under center, handoff to James Conner, breaks another tackle, pushing forward, a gain of about 6 yards, 2nd and 4.
It's rare for a running back to be untouched against the Eagle front four. They get touched. They just don't get on the ground, and that's been the big problem today. Connor's not running free. He's just getting touched and then pinballs off of somebody and then keeps going. Although you want to shout out to Andrew Nathan, RPS from $2 Super Chat. Get Hassan out of coverage. I could not agree more. I could not agree more. You've got to get him out of coverage.
With you on that.
Should go without saying.
Rush the passer. He's way too good at that. I understand you'll confuse defenses, but we'll see. It doesn't look like Hassan's out there right now. It looks like Nolan Smith has come in for him. 2nd and 4, 4 seconds on the play clock. Murray with the snap. It's the handoff up the middle and be brought down. It's not James Conner, 2 yards. Was that I'm actually not aware of who that is, actually.
I'm trying to see.
It's Michael Carter.
Cox. Oh, it's Michael Carter, the running back. Yeah, Cox with the tackle there, but yes. All right, here's a 3rd down and 2. Come on, defense.
Carter staying on the field, no James Conner, but it's 3rd and 2, 17 on the play clock. Murray in the gun, Carter to his right. Ball on the 23-yard line. Takes the snap, left side, wide open, McBride, but he's brought down. He might be short. I think he's about a half-yard short. Reed Blankenship read that beautifully. Got there, I think, just in time. It'll be like a 4th and inches, probably.
Yeah, they're going to have to go with wherever forward progress is. They're going to show us a view down the line to gain, and it is probably about a half-yard short. He had the ball in the wrong arm and then turned forward. But Blankenship, again, open field tackling, he's been fantastic this season. But if you're Arizona in a 14-3 game with only 3 wins in your win column, they're going to go for a 4th and 1.
Yep. Now it's a snap there that was just to Connor. He takes this toss, left side. He gets the first.
Yeah, they lined up as if they wanted to do some sort of quarterback sneak, and they toss it outside. And the Eagles didn't have anybody out there, and Kevin Byard had to come in and make the tackle from the safety position, but not after looked like a gain of about 4.
Yeah, and I actually missed that too because they ran it so quickly. But Clayton Tune was the one that came in as the quarterback on that fake QB sneak toss. But Murray's back out there, so I assume just a personnel or trickery play. But now it's 3:27 on the game clock. Handoff Connor left side, has a little bit of a hole, pushing forward, gains about 2 or 3 yards before Jordan Davis and Brandon Graham bring him down.
I guess if you wanted to run a quarterback sneak, 5'9" Kyler Murray is probably not the one you want. You're bringing 6'+ Clayton Tune, and it feels a little better, I would assume.
Yeah, you probably buy it a little bit more. As the away fan says, Eagles fan from Detroit, can't watch it on TV, so I'm here. Let's go Birds. We appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate having you here. Welcome. Hopefully we can keep this thing rolling, maybe get a stop here as the last time we were able to. Eagles leading 14-3. Kyler Murray in the gun, takes the snap. It's a handoff. James Conner again, been the best play, but Moro Jomo brings it down, a gain of 1.
Okay.
Been playing really good.
3rd down. Chance to get out the field and force another field goal. These long, slow drives have been eating a lot of clock. I mean, we're almost to halftime, and the game's only been on for 54 minutes, but the Eagles are going to have 3 timeouts. If they get a stop here, you get the 2-minute warning, and you're going to have a chance to go down and maybe get your 3rd touchdown of the day, plus a nice halftime lead.
Yep, there you go. Blobfish says, bro, I'm in Pennsylvania and can't even watch it on TV. Now, that is a shame. There's something wrong with that one. I don't know. But now it's 3rd and 7. Whistle blows before the snap. Let's see what this is. right before the 2-minute warning, 2:03 on the clock.
This has got to be a
False
false
start.
start. Yeah. Yep, that's what it is.
Push it back to 3rd and 12.
Thankfully, not a lot of penalties today either. You go back to last night, and the refs kind of putting their print on that Cowboy win, but today it's been pretty clean by both sides. Only the obvious penalties like that one have been thrown, and makes a 3rd and 8 a lot longer, and again, a chance to get off the field here with only giving up 3 points.
So the clock's going to continue to roll, so they're going to take a break for the 2-minute warning, come back. It's a 3rd and 12. Let's see if we can get a big stop here and get the offense back. Get a little 2-minute offense going. It's like K-Dude 2 says, even if I could watch the game, I'd probably still come here. We appreciate that.
There you go. We
that
appreciate that greatly.
That is awesome. We enjoy it with all you guys. As you know, throughout the season, we've done just about every game without the, I guess, exception of the games that we've been to or Christmas last week, kind of being busy with family and all that. But it is a blast. Better, obviously, whenever we're winning. We've had some frustrating ones that we've done naturally with the losses, but this is good so far. I think there's issues in the running game, obviously, sure. But overall, there's some positivity. You're getting some rookies out there, like you were mentioning. You're seeing a lot of potential and promising from there. So it's late in the year. Get some guys some confidence. Make sure guys are healthy, rested going into the playoffs. So far, not too bad.
Yeah, you think about getting right, and you think about getting hot for the postseason. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect. You don't have to have a perfect, Final 4 game stretch, but if you had 3 straight games against winnable football teams, you put 3 straight wins on the board, you lock up the 2 seed with a chance at the 1 seed, and you have a pretty easy playoff path. Like we talked about this. If you're the 2 seed, you will play wild card weekend, but you're going to play the 7 seed. That's either going to be the Green Bay Packers or Minnesota Vikings, most likely. The Rams are probably going to be the 6th, which is good for Philadelphia, right? So you win that game against what will be a heavily favored Philadelphia Eagle team against a bad, Packer or bad Viking team. And then you're going to be back at the link versus most likely the 3 seed, which would be Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions. And we saw Jared Goff last night look good, look bad, didn't look too great. That's 2 very winnable games against potentially 2 straight NFC North opponents. And then you go either on the road to the 49ers or you play the Giants, the Cowboys, but those 2 teams would have just faced in their side of the divisional bracket. And again, it's a very possible path, whether you're a 2 seed, whether you're a 1 seed, either way, you're going to be playing a lot of games in Philadelphia. And like we said, if Dallas somehow beats the Niners round 2 in San Francisco, the NFC title game goes to the highest seed, and that'll be Philadelphia. So chances there as well. Quickly, as they come back here, how about ball control? 21 minutes for the Cardinals versus 6 for Philadelphia, and yet it's 14-3. Big 3rd down.
That's unreal. That is craziness.
Come on, get off the field.
Don't know that I've ever seen that discrepancy, but yet we're leading. So 3rd and 12, Kyler Murray in the gun. Got Carter to his left, takes the snap, looking over the middle. Pressure, going to try to take off. He's got a little space, but he's going to slide down. He's brought down short of the sticks, going to be about 6 or 7 yards short, and timeout by the Eagles naturally. So 1:53 left in the second quarter. You would assume that surely the Cardinals are not going to go for it. Murray's walking off the field, so probably going to just kick a field goal here, make it a 1-possession game, and then that would give the Eagles a minute 53, 2 timeouts to try to go down and get some more points.
It's a great defensive play. 3rd down and 14. Murray has the ability to run, but you don't bail everybody out in man coverage. You sit back in a zone, and even though he has a 6-yard lane, he needs 8 more yards to get a 1st down, and you can converge on him and make the tackle, and Philadelphia was able to do so, and they're going to force another field goal.
I'm a fan. I see what we could do here. Get a 2-minute offense. We've had some struggles. I know that Sirianni said we got to be better. Jalen's, echoed some frustration there, just saying getting in the calls, communication. If everybody stays quiet at the link, maybe on this 2-minute drive coming up, that'd be good.
Shout out to Devin Lampy, who does a $5 super chat. Been coming here every game this season. Rather listen to y'all than those commentators. Go Birds, go! Appreciate that. Appreciate you guys who watch us for the first time.
Heck yeah, definitely appreciate that. All right, a 34-yard attempt. Matt Prater. Let's see if he can make it a 1-possession game. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up and tailing off left, but he made it. Right. 14-6 Eagles, a minute 50 left. 2 timeouts is what they'll have when we come back. And also a shout out here to Karen Chavis. Says, I truly appreciate you guys having this live stream. I moved to South Carolina, and it sucks not getting Philadelphia Eagles games. Eagles for life, baby.
There you go. Right. Yep. In South Carolina, you're probably getting probably what, Saints Bucks today would probably be your game, which is not that exciting. So glad you're with us.
Yeah, that's.
And
Or you got
speaking,
Carolina probably too, as
oh,
frustrating as that might be naturally. But
yeah, Carolina. What game are they playing today?
Jacksonville
Oh,
without Trevor Lawrence.
there you
So
go. There you go. 6-0 with a first and goal for the Jaguars. They're leading that one. Dolphins now trailing 14-10 to Baltimore. 6 to go in the second quarter. Texans up 17-0 behind C.J. Stroud's first game in about 3 weeks. You got to like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Shout out to the Washington Commanders. They have tied it up in the second half or the second quarter. It
Hey.
is 10-10 behind a receiving touchdown from Terry McLaurin. And again, if the Niners lose that game, they open the door up for the Eagles to claim the number 1 seed next week with a win against the Giants. We'll keep an eye on that one all day today.
How insane would that be?
That'd be crazy. Saints Bucks 7-0. Saints, Rams, and Giants are knotted up at 7. And those are for all the people who are worried about the Rams being, the dark horse playoff team. They're good, but they're very flawed as well, as they're struggling against New York. Colts 7-3 over the Raiders. Falcons on the board, but they're down 14-7 to the Bears as they start the second quarter in that game. And Buffalo has taken the lead behind 2 Bailey Zappi picks, 13-7 Bills. Zappi has 5 passing yards and 2 interceptions. If you were a Patriot fan, you need to look away now.
Yeah, they've probably been saying that a lot this season. I mean, but yes, definitely there. It's kind of it's fool's gold, right? With Washington. I mean, it'd be great, but surely they're not going to. If they pulled off the upset there, oh my gosh, like that'd be
crazy.
insanity. As San Francisco is driving late in the second quarter. Also, shout out to Arambe John, says, listening from Mexico. We got Godwin.
Nice.
I came to Africa to visit my family. They're only showing the Ravens game, but I appreciate y'all so much. Africa, man, we got people all over the place. We definitely appreciate you guys. Another one, Frida Allen. Good afternoon, guys. Lifelong Eagles fan living in Virginia, and the Commies are playing at home, so I can't watch the birds fly. You guys are doing out-of-state fans a great service. I appreciate you. We appreciate you guys.
Listen, we can call them the Commies any day of the week, but today they are the Washington Commanders, and we love them and respect them for their chance to beat the 49ers. We love them, baby.
Yep, that is true. Lon says Lions got ripped off and apologized to any Lions fans for that. That was a crazy ending as Prater kicks it off here and out of the end zone or into the end zone barely.
It was the best ending for us though because Dallas
lost.
Yes. Like they should have lost. They looked bad. The clock management, the game-winning drive, but then they won based off the bad penalty, which helps us again because now the Lions can't be the 2 seed if we win out. So, thank you. It was a perfect night last night in my opinion, other than the fact that it went a little long and I had to stay up too late to watch it. But other than that,
it did go quite a bit. And as much as I can understand Lions fans being upset, it does help us in the sense of, like you said. So, but here we go. Let's see if we get some more points before half. Minute 50, 2 timeouts for the Eagles. Ball at the 25. Jalen the gun takes the snap, looking right side, deep shot there to AJ Brown, incomplete at the 40, just overthrows him. He had him too.
Yeah, it's a misfire by Hurts. It's his first misfire of the day. You got to remember, time of possession with the pick 6 from Sidney Brown. The Eagle offense has not been on the field but twice, and Hurts has only attempted 6 passes. That was his first incompletion now. He's 5 for 6 for 56 yards and a touchdown, but that's a nice out by AJ that he just missed, and he's going to want that one back. But come on, let's go. 2-minute drive. This is where you got to go ahead and put your foot down and make this 21-6 at the half.
Yep, let's do it here. Shout out to Jim Morrison in Canada for watching. Minute 45, Hurts in the gun, 4-man pressure, takes a snap, looking left side. He's got a man, DeVonta complete, won't get out of bounds, and he's going to be short by about 2 yards. So third and 8, a minute 35. The clock is going to keep running because I assume, you're going to, I'm sorry, third down and 2. The clock is going to keep running. Wouldn't take a timeout until you know whether or not you're going to convert this, I suppose. Gainwell's the back, left side. Hurts takes the snap in the gun, complete over the middle. It's a slant to AJ Brown. That works every time up to the 43-yard line. First down, now a minute 14. Clock is still continuing to tick. The Eagles, remember, do have 2 timeouts, but they're not using it. And, the Cardinals have a guy down. And that may stop it automatically here for them.
Well, I mean, again, that's the play that you need the Eagles to run a lot more. But this is a tightly threaded football by Jalen Hurts into double coverage for a first down and to keep the drive going. And, again, it's bad whenever a player is hurt, but it's pretty darn good for the Eagles because they don't have to burn a timeout. So you got to like that as well.
Yep, definitely. As we're going to get a commercial break after the injury here. Hopefully nothing too serious. It looks like that was, I think Garrett Williams was the nickel
I
corner
think so.
who went down. Shout out to a couple others too. Sam23, South Korea. Appreciate you
Oh,
watching
wow.
here. We got Daniel Dixon, says no Eagles here in Panama. You hear one there.
Jeez.
Lake watching from Outer Banks, North Carolina. Thanks, dudes.
Man.
Thank you, dude. We appreciate that.
OBX, baby. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, hopefully. So you're going to have, I guess, don't ever wish any injuries, but I guess that's going to technically stop the clock. So what is it, minute 12?
Mm-hmm.
You still got 2 timeouts. I mean, at this
Yep.
point now, you're sitting pretty to run a couple different plays. You mentioned it though, going back to the AJ slant. It is the, if not, I mean, not the brotherly shove, but it is like right up there with the effectiveness of the play. I know you can't run it every single down because obviously, teams would stop it at that point or just really key off of it. But it feels like every single time you do run it, we're like, hey, look there. You got an AJ Brown completion for 7 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards, whatever it is in a first down. So I sometimes wonder why they don't run it as much, but we'll see.
Maybe it's injuries, maybe it's bad play calling. I mean, it's hard to know for sure, but it is a play that works really well. And again, you could go score here and basically have an entire first half where your offense runs 3 total possessions and yet scores 21 total points. I mean, the possibility here is really quite incredible.
This is the game so far that I think for the most part wanted to see. You got a pick six, little bit of a, crazy way that happened with Kyler Murray just launching up. They're back from the game and Garrett Williams is walking off. So
good.
Little gingerly, hopefully nothing too serious. But you got a couple here as before they get back and run a play. MD Destroyer says, watching from my college in Bristol, Rhode Island. All they show here is Pats games. Appreciate you joining. We got Das from the DMV, Maryland. All right. We got Vinicius from Brazil. And Martin Krause, as always, from Germany, asking if there's any others from Germany. Jay Zellers says from Germany. So look at that. You got people all over the place. We appreciate you guys. All right. Back in action, though. Eagles with the ball. Minute 12 to go in the second quarter. 2 timeouts. Ball at the Cardinals 42. Jalen takes the snap. Blitz coming. He's going to try to get away and throw it. He does. It's complete to Goddard, but no gain. Wrapped up at the 40, maybe 41. Going to lose a yard.
Yeah, they need to burn a timeout here. They're not going to. Yeah. This is one of the ones where you want the receiver to not catch it because it's going to take about 20 seconds off the clock. But they get to the line quickly. They got to hurry, though.
Yep, 50 seconds now in the second quarter. Clock is ticking, like you said. Hurts takes the snap, looking left side, going to take a deeper shot to A.J. Brown at the sticks. It's complete, and he gets out of bounds. They roll him out of bounds. He kind of forward progress there is close, but he did get to the sticks and out. It'll be a first down, and the clock stops at 43.
Yeah, he's lined up on the far side with Julio Jones. They run a simple levels concept here where they go Brown with a stop and out, and they run the seam route with Julio Jones to take the safety away. So it's one-on-one versus the undrafted free agent nickel cornerback in Thomas, and he did barely get that first down. It was close there, but they're going to give it to him, and Hurts now 4 for 5 so far on this drive.
Here we go, 43, and the clock is stopped. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell to his left, takes the snap over the middle, complete to Goddard. And right almost at the stick. It's going to be a yard short, a 2nd and 1. They'll use a timeout, so they still have 1 remaining. And there's 38 seconds left. All right, well, it looks like we may go to a commercial break here. That's one of those. I'm okay with it. You're burning a timeout there. You do move the football a little bit. You pick up 9 yards. I'd say in like just a normal game progression, I love that play because we never see Jalen use the middle of the field. So the fact that you run a little hitch route to Goddard and complete it for 9 yards, it's not too bad.
You got 36 seconds left and 1 more timeout. So you at minimum are going to have a field goal opportunity with the great Jake Elliott. And at best, you're going to have a touchdown score. So got to like that so far.
Yes. Yep. For sure. As let's do a couple other shout outs here. Man, everybody's just letting us know where they're at. And this is great. I mean, I love seeing all the different states and countries and whether I confuse them as states and countries. But we got Brian Westbrook from Providence, Rhode Island. There you go. There's another Rhode Island one. We got Dougie Forlano listening from the other side of the state here in Pittsburgh. You guys rock. Hey, we appreciate that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I got Gammy Rosa, and apologies if I'm mispronouncing people's name, but listening
It
from
happens.
Connecticut. Both y'all are straight awesome. Love your content. Thanks for doing this. Go Birds.
Appreciate it. Appreciate
Heck
it.
yeah, go Birds. Let's see. Any updates on some of the scores here? Niners are, they're at the 3rd and goal at the Washington 4. 4th and goal now. Any complete pass. 4th and goal at the Washington 4. 27 seconds left. Curious if they're actually going to go for this here. Or if you just kick the field goal, go up 13-10 at half.
Still, the fact that that game is 13-10 after what you thought was going to be a game where, they come back after getting stomped on Christmas night by the Ravens, not been the case. Very nice.
Yep. Very true, because it was what did the spread end at? Was it like a 14? I think it was like a 14-point spread or something like that.
It was
so
big.
I mean,
it was very big.
So far, yeah, you take it even if it's just a stressful game for him. As Zappy scores a touchdown here for the Patriots after 3 interceptions. It's a 20-13 game. All right.
So some good games going on right now. That's for sure.
Hey, look who's at the game, the Eagles game.
Go.
You got Jay Wright.
I've met Jay Wright. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Met him at Big East Media Days back in the day at Madison Square Garden. That is one dude who dresses very nice, very fancy.
Nicely.
I don't know how much they cost, but that is a pretty penny.
All right, come on.
All right, they're back now. 38 seconds. It's a Jalen in the gun, takes a snap, blitz coming. He's going to look left side. They pick it up. He's going to get a deep shot to DeVonta Smith in the end zone. It's incomplete.
No flag?
Wow, I was expecting to see something.
Really?
Maybe. No flags.
Well, they pick on the undrafted free agent Thomas again, and I think he's tackling DeVonta Smith in the end zone. Let's see it again here. I guess not. This is some contact. There's some he's got his arm.
Yeah, it's kind of close. I don't know. They're both doing a little fighting. Devontae's got a tug of his jersey too, in an attempt to be as unbiased as possible. I don't know. But all right, so 32 seconds, and with it being 4th and 1, there's a toss to Gainwell. He's going to throw it. Gainwell, he's got DeVonta. He catches it at the 21-yard line, a first down. Now there's 23 seconds left, 24 seconds. Okay, they're going to use a timeout.
What was that play?
Seconds.
Wow.
Did anyone think that Brian Johnson had that in his playbook?
A fake brotherly shove toss, running back pass out of the backfield, and Kenny Gainwell with the left hand and all delivers a really good throw.
I forgot that Gainwell was left-handed.
I did too.
I was like, what is he doing here? He can't throw it from that side, but obviously he does there. And DeVonta makes a good catch. He's got to go up and get it. But what in the world?
They run that play specifically for the playoffs. That way it tells a defense, guess what? We can do this off of it as well. That way when you're in the playoffs and it's 4th down and 1, there might be one less person in that box to stop a brotherly shove for the fear of there being a halfback pass like that from Kenny Gainwell. Maybe you don't bring that out in this game, but you bring it out simply for the fact that now you have to game plan for it when you go to Philadelphia in the wild card or the divisional round. Yeah,
that's a great point. That's I did not expect to see that. KD2 says, OMG, a creative play. TJD, creativity. That's what I want to see. Twisty.
Thumbs
that's
up for that.
Point. I didn't notice that Lane was on the left. It was obvious it wasn't the shove. I didn't realize Lane was on the left. I didn't realize that either.
There, but can we get 200 likes for that? We're at 423. Yes. Can we get to 600 likes for that? That was really cool. All right, come on. Let's get 6. No timeouts.
Out of timeouts, but yeah, you're right. You're at the 22-yard line of Arizona. 24 seconds left. Jalen in the gun. Gainwell to his right. You've got A.J. Brown far side left, and Julio in the slot right with DeVonta Smith. Now takes a snap. Jalen pressured, going to go up the middle, take off and fake like he's running. Throws complete to Julio. He's got it.
Yes.
Julio Jones. His second of the day. A 22-yard completion. Wow, my gosh.
This ball gets tipped, and Julio still maintains his line of sight to make the catch. This is not an easy catch here, as Hurts has this one tipped really well by the secondary. I think it's Andre Chachere, the ex-Eagle. And that is a catch and touchdown, and it feels like it's
Oh my gosh.
2011.
Look at that. Who had Julio for multiple TDs?
Oh, my
I know we already had one that was
goodness.
the anytime touchdown scorer, but did anyone honestly have Julio Jones
Wow.
at 2+ touchdowns? Unbelievable. As they score 16 seconds left in the second quarter and going to take a 21-6 lead. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Listen, you love to see it. You love to see it. 21-6. How about 21 points in the first half? Where's this team been?
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
is Brian Johnson in his bag that he's just been saving, or he got a brand new bag from
I
Santa
don't
after
know.
Christmas? Because I don't know what this is. Like, you got a Kenny Gainwell. What was that? I go back to that play. You got the fake brotherly shove. I love what you said. You're going to, put it on tape for defenses in the playoff, but still, It's like, man, you got some creativity there. That one's, more of a Jalen making something happen, but still this team just has a little bit more umph in it. You got some hurry up naturally in a 2-minute offense. And I love the fact that you're actually going to just start bringing that out. We've seen it in other regular drives, even when you don't need to play the hurry up, but keep the defense on its heels and add the points on. So 21-6, let's go.
The Eagles have set the first half scoring record for the season today against Jonathan Gannon's defense. And another fun little nugget for you. Remember the tampering that obviously Jonathan Gannon did with the Cardinals? It resulted in the Eagles getting a higher third-round draft pick. That third-round draft pick was used to select Sidney Brown, who had the pick 6 earlier in this game. So a lot of fun in this one so far today. Wow. 21. This is what it's like to have a nice, fun, easy first half, Josh. It's quite amazing.
I'm not sure how to feel about it because, again, it's usually we don't feel these ways, but we did have it last week, and then, you come out with the butt fumble of sorts. So hopefully we keep it up, right? These are the vibes that we want to see. Let's play a full game this way. But, yeah, it's very different feels, different vibes. Again, we'll be realistic here. It's not like we're playing, one of the upper echelon teams. It is the Cardinals, but still, like you're showing something. You're being a little bit more aggressive, creative play calls for once that we can actually love. And overall, it's I don't have a whole lot of concerns or questions. I mean, really, the main thing that we've said so far and going back to is just the run defense. I mean, you're giving up a lot of chunk plays there, but other than that, not been too bad. So we will take it.
He got it like Julio Jones, too. He immediately sees the scramble drill as Hurts steps up in the pocket, flips his shoulders, and gets into the line of sight of Jalen Hurts. And then, again, it's a tip pass, and so he's able to not, freak out as the ball spins around, laterally and makes a play there. And, again, a 9-play, 75-yard scoring drive. That's a 2-minute scoring drive. And now you have Julio Jones as the oldest Eagles player with 2+ receiving touchdowns since 1997. I was 1 year old.
That's unbelievable. That is a long time since that's happened there. But he's, like he said, right? Even whenever he first says the kickoff is out of the back of the end zone. But he even said, someone said, how much do you have left in the tank or something to that effect in his opening presser? And he's like, we'll see. He's like, ask me that question again. We'll revisit that whenever we get to the end of the season. So I haven't seen a whole lot from him, but I like it, similarly to the creativity of the plays. It's just a little wrinkle. You're like, oh, hey, you know what? The Eagles can use Julio Jones. There's some impacts that he can have. You got to account for him. We might see that a little bit in the playoffs too. So Cardinals with the ball. They do have 2 timeouts at the Philly 25. We'll see if they try to play aggressive as Murray takes the snap. They're looking to take a shot, and it's an incomplete pass over the middle. So now 12 seconds left.
Kind of surprised that they're going for it here instead of just running the ball. There's not a lot of time left, and they only have 2 timeouts. Like, what are they going to do? Burn one and then let it go to the halftime, or are they just going to they're going to run another play?
I guess so.
It's nice to hear some clapping as the Eagles run into the halftime tunnel, right? We haven't had that in a while. Nice clapping, nice cheering, fun stuff. Really fun stuff.
Murray, complete over the middle. Josh Sweat almost with a sack there. He got really good pressure. Going to be short of the sticks, and that will be the end of the first half. All right, I'm going to use the restroom real quick, but great first half.
Absolutely love to see that. We'll check in with some scores here at halftime. If you guys are joining us, we've almost gotten to 500 likes. Go ahead and get us. We're 13 away, 14 away. If you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. If you've not subscribed yet, this is your one-stop shop for everything regarding the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm telling you, these are the two best Eagle channels you'll find on YouTube. If you don't believe me, subscribe, watch our shows this week, and decide for yourself. Let's check on with some scores as we approach halftime for the rest of the NFL. Buffalo 2014 over the New England Patriots. Bailey Zappe's got up to 3 interceptions at halftime as the future home of either Caleb Williams or Drake May. Seems to be a pretty rough day right now up in Buffalo. The Bears, they're blowing out the Falcons right now, 21-7 on the heels of saying they're going to keep their head coach Matt Eberflus, and it's going to make a tough decision on if they want to take a quarterback at 1 or keep Justin Fields. He has a passing touchdown today. Raiders 14-3 down to the Colts. That one just went to halftime. Gardner Minshew has a first half touchdown to Pierce and a Jonathan Taylor rushing touchdown, as well as Indianapolis is trying to keep pace in a very, very crowded AFC South, and also a chance for a wild card game as well. The Rams have pulled out to a lead 14-7 over the New York Giants. There's 1:07 to go there in the second half of that game, as you just saw a Tyrod Taylor interception, and the Rams are going to have 1:07 to go from their own 27 to potentially go down and score to make it a 2-score lead heading into halftime. Saints up 14-0 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That is quite the surprise there at Raymond James Stadium, and they are going to be kicking a field goal with about 18 seconds left, so that should be 17-0 New Orleans, who has, again, a chance to be the 5 seed, and again, whoever is the 4 seed, or is the 5 seed in the NFC, will play the winner of the NFC South. That could be either Philadelphia or Dallas, based on the seeding right now, most likely Dallas. We're at halftime up in Landover, Maryland. 13-10 is the 49er halftime lead, though, as Terry McLaurin has 4 catches for 61 yards and a touchdown, as the 4-11 Commanders have a chance to play upset alert today and help out the Philadelphia Eagles to give them a chance at the 1 seed if the Eagles win out. Remember, the Eagles must win their final 2, including today, and also have a 1 loss from the 49ers appear on their loss column, and if they were to lose today, there's your 1 loss, and Philadelphia's a chance to go ahead and be the number 1 overall seed for back-to-back seasons. Carolina down 9-0. They've been blanked in the first half to C.J. Beathard's Jacksonville Jaguars, as the Jags are trying to stay pace in a very crowded AFC South to get to 9 wins. And the Carolina Panthers don't lose for anything that helps them because they do not own their first draft pick. Dolphins and Ravens is still going. They have 1:36 to go as Lamar's trying to lead a first half late scoring drive. He has an incomplete pass, though, on 3rd down and 7, and so they will be punting, giving the ball back to Tua and the Dolphins in a 21-13 game with $1:36 to go in a battle for the number 1 seed in the AFC. And your other game happening right now is Texans and Titans. Texans 20, Titans 3. Behind C.J. Stroud's 132 yards and a passing touchdown. That was a game that has seen Ryan Tannehill come in relief of Will Levis, who was injured earlier on in that game. Your afternoon games are Seattle and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Denver taking on the Broncos. That'll be Jarrett Stidham, the former Baylor and Auburn graduate, in place of the benched Russell Wilson. Bengals and Chiefs would have been a big one at Arrowhead today if it had not been for the injury to the throwing hand of Joe Burrow. Still a big one for both the wildcard teams of the Bengals and the Chiefs, although the Chiefs can lock up the AFC West with a win today. And then your Sunday Night Football matchup is Packers and Vikings. Battle the 2 7-8 teams in the NFC North. Winner of that one is going to have a very good chance to be the 7th seed and would most likely play a 2-seeded Eagle team in Philadelphia during Wild Card Weekend. All right, let us know what you think of the first half so far down below in the comments section. We got a super chat here from VastoFlow13. Says, Thomas, tell the haters to subscribe since they're always here. Fudge Dallas and Nick wrong. Gotta like that. Yeah, hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? You have to be ridiculous. We appreciate that, though, as Josh enters back in, and he goes ahead and joins us in our broadcast. We'll keep an eye on some of the other questions here. I'm a Queen says, is this showing the full game? No. If you have come this far in the season and you don't understand that YouTube will not let us show the full game, lest our channels be banned, then you need to understand that as... Oh, Baltimore has scored with an Isaiah Likely touchdown. How about that? Okay, so Lamar Jackson, they get a penalty and then a big passing touchdown to their tight end. And we'll give a shout-out to my fiance, who's in our Fantasy Football League championship game today and needs that. But she's going against Jalen Hurts, so it's a very close chance right now. So we'll see.
Yeah, a little bit, conflicting interest there. But good luck to Paige. Hopefully she wins.
She is winning as we speak, but all of her players go off in the 1 o'clock window, so she will know pretty quickly what the deal is. But she has a 10-point lead, and her opponent has everybody playing except for Justin Jefferson and the Charger defense. So Keep an eye on that one. Paige can win some money, which then I will just keep because what's mine is hers, right? So we both win money if she wins that game. It'd be great. Would be great.
Yep. I'm sure she feels the exact same way.
She
So
does, for sure.
good
For
luck.
sure.
Good luck. That's always weird, though. I don't like the whole playing your guys, all in the 1 o'clock window.
I don't either.
You just sit there and you're just dreading it. It's like it feels like, I have no more points to account for. But if she can get a big enough lead, maybe it won't matter.
A couple of comments here that are negative. How about Lon saying Tyrod is tearing it up, so we need Pat to make good game plan to expose him? Yeah, I mean, listen, the Giants are going to try and really, really ruin our day next week after, being close at Philadelphia last weekend, although Tyrod, tearing it up, only having 7 points is kind of an interesting phrase there. And then, is that Knox breaks? I wish we looked more like a solid team. Hey, this is the best first half Philadelphia's had all season long. So you want to talk about looking like a bad team? Offense, limited possessions because the defense, but the offense has been looking really, really good. I'm with Kelly who says looking good, not getting cocky, just saying. I like that. I would agree.
Agreed. Absolutely. China says, go Commies. Absolutely.
We are all
we
Commies
rooting
fans
for them or Commanders. We will respectfully call them Commanders today because
we want them to win. Respect the Commanders. Yes. It's our favorite team from Washington.
Oh, yes. Love the Commanders today.
Jacqueline Wilt says, I wanted an Eagles jersey for Christmas, but I didn't get one. Yikes. That's a bummer. That is a bummer. What are you going to do? I am going to run and fill up my water as we take our halftime breaks. Josh, you have the command center.
Got you down. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Not the Eagles jersey. Maybe Santa went to the wrong house. We're probably going to do just, speaking of Eagles jerseys, we'll probably do another giveaway soon. So keep an eye out. We always have, whether it's in individual shows or live streams. Apologies. I know I got several comments about this. Apologies to people who missed the live stream last week, and I was doing it for a Merry Christmas giveaway for tickets. It was a spur of the moment because somebody won them and then they didn't actually claim them. And then I tried to give them to somebody else and they didn't claim them. So I needed to do something quick before we're headed out for the holidays. So it won't be the last. So just rest assured, if you did miss that or you caught it late for the giveaway for tickets, there will be tickets. There will be tickets given away. Probably going to do some playoff ticket giveaways. So just make sure to subscribe, turn the notifications on. I'll give a better heads up though. That's on me. I'll give a better heads up next time we do the tickets, especially for playoff tickets. So that everybody knows, but appreciate you guys as always. Josh H with a super chat. I unfortunately can't pull it up here with Thomas, but I'll read it. But the box score for this game is nuts. Yeah, it's crazy. What's the official time of possession on this? Because Thomas had mentioned it just a second ago. Yeah, almost 22 minutes for the Cards and 8 minutes for the Eagles. Yet we're up 21-6. I mean, I know turnovers, pick six, that'll ruin it. But the Cards are having these really long drives. They're just getting field goals instead of touchdowns. And then obviously with the interception touchdown too. But I don't think you really count their end of half possession. I don't really do that. So basically it's a 14 play drive for the Cards, an 8 play drive for the Cards, and a 16 play drive. So they're keeping these long drives alive. Or just kind of a bend but don't break mentality. Let's see here. We got some others. Lots of Fly Eagles Fly from Philly fan here. Maybe a little fewer. Like I'm a huge Fly Eagles Fly, but like whenever we get that many in the comments, I may have to just slow it down, bro. Like let's chill out. We're definitely Eagles fans, but China says, Josh, been loving your videos with Anthony. Appreciate that. Yeah, Anthony, shout out to Anthony, Outside the Birds. If you're not following on Twitter, make sure to do that. Also, outsidethebirds.com with a blog. He's got great content for the draft, too. So once we hopefully make a really long run of the playoffs, hopefully, Super Bowl and all that, he covers so much with different colleges, prospects, draft coverage. I'm sure we'll have that. I think he's going to be going to the Senior Bowl. He's trying to go there. I know that. But if he does, we'll get some coverage from the Senior Bowl. But make sure to go check out Anthony's blog. Make sure to follow him on Twitter, Outside the Birds. But appreciate that as always. Did we start a chant in the chat? I'm just like, there's a couple people here that are like, Fly Eagles Fly. Like, I'm all for that. But There's a ridiculous amount of comments here, and I'm trying to sift through these. Let's see. Ryan says, I gave my little sister my black Shady McCoy jersey, and she looked at me and said, I'm a Falcons fan, though. I have felt as a brother. No, that's a great, you gotta, you gotta help her realize she's a fan of the wrong bird. That's, you're doing her a service, especially a Shady McCoy, man, in black. What a gift. I don't know that I would just give that to anybody, even family, but good for you. That's a good brother. Man, giving away, we got a fan giving away his black Shady McCoy jersey to his sister for Christmas, but she's a Falcons fan, so she didn't really care for that as much.
Tough to be a Falcons fan, I'd say. Not a good time to be a Falcons fan at all. Okay. Wow. So Baltimore 28-13 at the half. That's tough.
Sam 23 says Rashad Penny time. Probably not yet, most likely, but there's a chance if we keep this up, I'm sure we're going to see him. I would be shocked. You activate him and we don't see him at all. Like if you keep it up and we got a 25 point lead in the fourth quarter, at some point we're going to see Rashad Penny.
You would think so. You would definitely think so. Boy, it's nice that Philly, it was a quick first half too. We're going to be kicking off the second half here like any minute now. Gotta like that.
Yeah, not a lot of possessions, very long possessions we were talking about, but the Cards having 16, 8, 14 play drives. The Eagles with 9, 8 play drives. It's keeping this game moving, which is not too bad. Shout out to Matthew Borman, looking good from Greer, South Carolina. There you go.
There you go. How about Mike saying, best Eagles channels on YouTube? I was looking forward to your breakdowns through the week. I might have missed that super chat earlier, but we got it. That's right. If you're watching us right now and you haven't watched our shows during the week, we would encourage you guys to watch those. They're very fun. Very fun.
Appreciate that as always.
Leam on the tube, watching from Hawaii. There you go. Appreciate that.
Shout out to official Exo Swiper. Had let me know on the notifications earlier today. Before I saw it from the Eagles one, actually. He said Rashad Penny was active. So shout out to you there. Also asking, what do you think about the defense, though? Offensively, A+. What do you think about the defense?
B+.
Yeah.
B+.
Yeah, been okay. It's a bend, but don't break so far today. You're allowing really long drives and converting on third downs, like maybe a little more than we might want. What is the official percentage here? It's 4 for 8. See, I would have guessed maybe a little higher for the Cardinals because of these long drives. 4 for 8, that's not terrible. Yeah, I'd say B+. I'm all right with that.
Yeah, there hasn't been any major mistakes. There's been no big blown coverages. It's been nice, long, methodical drives, but it's been nothing crazy, right? It's nothing that has ruined Philadelphia's chances of winning this football game. They've stayed ahead and behind the sticks, and it's been good so far.
Loving it. We got one from Hawaii, Leam on the Tube. I know we have several from Hawaii, but Leam on the Tube is watching from Hawaii, bro. Shout out to you. We got Eric Constantino watching in North Carolina.
There you go. Yeah, in Hawaii, you're up early. Breakfast in bed, watching the Philadelphia Eagles would be my guess there.
China asks, as we're about to kick this one off, what's the point of bend but don't break? That's a good question. I mean, I guess the hope is bend but don't break, but hope that they make mistakes. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, and you don't break. That's the key factor. You don't give up the big play. All right, we're gonna link up here. I'm ahead. I had to refresh as Murray will be under center from the 25, and we'll link up with 9 on the play clock, 8 and 7. Takes the snap and give to Connor up the middle. And he's tackled by Fletcher Cox for a gain of 4. Let me know where you are at, as you and I are going to sync up here as we always do. And we encourage you guys to watch if you want to sync with us as well. Get ready to pause. The play clock's at 34, 33, 32.
Okay, I'm about a play behind here, it looks like. So we haven't run we're just running the first one.
Let me know when you get to 30 on the second play clock for second down and 5. I've paused. 1,000 Faces says, are we doing anything with Alberto? Haven't heard from him. Well, he was put on IR in order to activate Avonte Maddox. So, no, you're probably not going to hear from Alberto the remainder of the year.
Yeah, as we're on 32, 31, 30, 29. All right.
We are linked up. Welcome into the second half. 14:36 to go. Let's see what the Eagle defense can do. They got a pick 6 and 2 field goals. Has been their day so far in a 21-6 game. 2nd down and 6. Only 4 for Connor in that opening play of the third quarter. Murray's going to line up in the gun. He's got Connor to his right. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. 6 to go in the play clock, 5 to go in the play clock. Murray directs traffic, now stamps his foot, takes the snap. It's be an inside zone to Connor up the middle, and he turns those legs for a gain of, he got it 6. I think that's enough for a first down. Jordan Davis held on, but he was drug across the line to gain and finally stopped by Reed Blankenship. And it'll be a new set of downs and a first down for Arizona.
Man, James Conner, I know we saw it in the first half, but it's just, you started immediately. The fact that it's that physicality, and this dude just falls forward. I guess it's an inch short here on a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, you're right. He was an inch short. Doesn't matter. He's going to get about an inch, maybe an inch and a half, and that's going to be a first down for Connor. He had a chance at Josh Sweat there to make a tackle. Didn't matter, though, and a new set of downs officially now for the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, just a little dive up the middle. You don't need much there. He barely gets it by, like half a yard, but he still gets it, converts the first down. Hopefully, you got to wake up if you're the Eagles defense in terms of the run game. And I'm sure that was the main emphasis from Matt Patricia at halftime, right? You look at all the yardage you've given up, these time of possession, all that, whether it's physicality, whether it's staying in your gap, whether it's mining that, something, but you got to change it here, and hopefully we see it.
There's a 5-man front and a play fake by Murray under center. He's going to roll to his right and find McBride out of the backfield. That's a catch and an immediate tackle by Kevin Byard. That's a gain of about 5. Good stop there by number 31 for Philadelphia, who's been, consistent at tackling, not consistent at making big plays at the trade from Tennessee. But that's a stop for a gain of 5. He's 2nd down and 5.
There you go. Yeah, Hassan Reddick was about to take off, and he saw McBride, so trying to stop him a bit, but he slips out there, and Byard bringing him down. It's kind of the consistent theme. They seem to be just getting these slow, methodical yards. You're not giving up the big play, at least, but 2nd and 4.
Motion Dortch across the formation. Murray under center, 2 tight ends to the near side. Takes the snap. It's a give to the other running back. I made a good play.
Gosh.
And he's going to have a big first down and more. I can't see who that is. It's Michael Carter, who put, I believe that was Eli Ricks in the absolute fetal position there. That will be seen on highlight reels for many days to come. And Eli Ricks, his ankles got completely destroyed there. Yeah, big gain there for Arizona. I'll be honest. I think Ringo's got to be your starter. They do this thing where they rotate Ricks and then rotate Ringo. I think Ringo's earned the opposite starting role, but they're rolling with Ricks here to start the game and to start the third quarter. 1st and 10 inside Eagle territory.
You're not going to want to see that in film review this coming week if you're Ricks.
21-6 Eagles, 3 to go in the play clock. Murray in an empty gun set. Eagles with 4 defensive linemen. They bring all 4. Murray takes a snap. Looking left, throws left. That's going to be caught. That is going to be enough for a first down, and that is Wilson working on Nicholas Morrow, shoved out of bounds by Eli Ricks, and another good gain, another good drive here from Arizona. They've done this all day where they marched on the field, unable to get in the end zone so far, though, but nice pitch and toss by Murray and Nicholas Morrow in coverage. In for the injured Zach Cunningham, who probably needs 1 more week before he's going to be back on the Eagles' playing field.
Yeah, and you've seen it quite a bit. I mean, Murray just stared it down. Whether it's a James Bradbury on one side or a Nicholas Morrow, but the Cards have seemed to isolate that, and just Kyler Murray doesn't even have to go to his second option. You kind of wait for the break and make the toss. 1st
down and 10 from the Eagle 33. Murray in the gun with Michael Carter to his left. Delayed blitz. They're going to throw a slant behind it. That's a catch and immediately tackled by Wilson. Wilson by Sidney Brown. He's going to get 6 there, and that, again, when the Eagles bring pressure, it doesn't seem to get home, and the Cardinals have had answers for it, especially on quick slants like that one right there for a gain of 6. So 2nd down and 4. 10:34 to go here. Here's another 5+ minute opening drive by Kyler Murray, and these Cardinals start the third quarter. They had a really long drive earlier in that second half. Ball's at the 24, make it 26-yard line of the Philadelphia Eagles. 4-man front, including Jalen Carter and Milton Williams. Murray takes the snap. This is going to be a give to Michael Carter. Bounces out left side. Nice size hole there. He's got a first down and more. There goes Michael Carter to the 10. Michael Carter to the 5. And finally, gang tackled by Eli Ricks and Sidney Brown. They're going to put him down at the 5.5-yard line. And the Eagle run defense is going to be the reason Eagle fans are going to be upset after this game today. It's been bad. It's been terrible. It's the cutback lane. It's being able to, and I mean, Milton Williams is kind of calling for a hold there, but that wasn't much of anything, at least from the first look. He just kind of gets pushed back inside and allows the massive hole there. No, it's really between Nolan Smith and Milton Williams. And
I don't know how many yards Carter had before he was even touched. Probably, 10 yards or so before
Yeah.
finally Stevie Brown grabs him.
All right. Panic time for the Eagle defense. Might be surrendering some more points here. First and goal from the Eagle 5. Murray under center. Takes the snap. This would be good to Michael Carter. And this time he's stopped in the backfield. And there's Brandon Graham or Moro Jomo again. Really good penetration there. That's a loss of 2. And finally, the Eagle defensive front gets a stop of the Cardinal rushing attack.
Yep, you called it. Moro Jomo and Jordan Davis just continue to get that, or got that pressure on this play here, making the difference because they're going to the left side, but as Jomo just kind of blows that up along with Jordan Davis, no cutback lane, and then Brandon Graham's there to clean him up.
Second down and goal. They're going to move it back to the 7-yard line here, as Murray's going to be in the gun. This is the Michael Carter drive. He's to the left of Murray. 2 tight ends. Murray changed the play at the line of scrimmage. He's got to hurry up, though. 5 in the play clock. 4 in the play clock. 3, 2. Murray claps his hands. They get the ball off with 1 to go. Here comes a 5-man front. Looks left, throws left. That's Carter. 1 man a beat to the end zone, and he's in.
Oh, come on. Dang it.
And that was, it looked like Shaq Leonard with a chance to stop him short, and he was unable to, and the Arizona Cardinals have mounted a near 7-minute scoring drive to start the third quarter, and the Eagle defense looked bad in that one.
Yeah, that was not good. That was, we talked about the bend but don't break, and I mean, that's kind of a death by 1,000 paper cuts because there's not any massive chunk plays for the most part. I mean, it's just kind of, hey, here's your 5, here's your 7 yards, and just move down the field. But, I mean, Shaq Leonard kind of had a chance there. He's out in space. You'd love to see him bring him down there. But overall, that drive, like you said, not a positive look.
Extra point up and good, 21-13, as the Eagle 2-score lead is now down to 1. Let's check in on some of the third quarter games. Washington has given the 49ers a first down and goal inside the Washington 10. It's now third down and goal. We'll see if the Commanders can hold on there in what's already a 13-10 game. They get a first down, and it'll be first and goal now for the 49ers. Jacksonville has a rushing touchdown to Travis Etienne, 15-0 Jags over the Carolina Panthers. Baltimore got a late touchdown catch at the end of the first half. They're up 28-13 in a battle for the 1 seed versus 2 in the Miami Dolphins. Texans 20-3 over the Tennessee Titans. Saints have kicked off the third quarter. They're up 17-0 in Tampa Bay. Rams 14, Giants 10. That one just kicked off as well. Raiders and Colts into the third quarter, 14-3 for Gardner Minshew. 21-7 Bears kicking off to the Falcons to start the third quarter. And Buffalo and the Patriots are into halftime at 20-14. Lots of one-score games. There's only 3 non-one-score games happening right now in the NFL. Philadelphia is now one of the one-score games.
Yep, that's not a great look, like we said on the first drive of the second half. I don't know. It's similar for the most part, honestly, from what we saw from the first half, just in the sense of they actually were able to come down and Cardinals converting for 6 or 7 and getting in the end zone. So, yeah, it's hard to say because we talked about this earlier, but the pass rush, not being great in terms of the production, and I say production as far as sacks, but it's really hard in this game because Kyler Murray is quick 3-step drop, if that, and it's get the ball out immediately. So there's not a whole lot of time, but maybe we can have some adjustments. I was hopeful we might see it at halftime with Matt Patricia, but it's a combination of you'd like to see maybe not allowing the slant route, not allowing things over the middle of the field. But really, I think the main thing it comes back to is the run defense. I mean, what are we at now officially? It was yards per carry I was looking at before at halftime. It's only gotten worse. Let's see. It's yards per carry is 5. Yeah, that's not good, as everyone knows. 5 yards carry is not good. They have 130 yards rushing already. It's been an issue at times. To kind of ebb and flow. You fix something, or it's not as bad, but you got to get something figured out, especially going into the playoffs. Because if a team's going to just be this dominant, this easy to run the ball, it doesn't matter if we can kind of fix the secondary, which has been suspect in an issue, because they're just going to take it away with the running game. So hopefully we'll see some adjustments here.
26 carries as well. 21-13 Philadelphia, 8:42 to go third quarter here as they're about to get the football for their first drive of the third quarter. And we're going to see with the Eagle offense, which has been great, minus their opening drive, which went 3 and out. They get their 4th drive of the day. It's crazy the time of possession differences and what's a 21-13 game. But you think your long scoring drives with the Arizona Cardinals, the pick 6 by Philadelphia, giving the ball back to the Cardinal offense right after that. It's going to be an interesting possession here for an Eagle offense that has looked good so far. It's just been the defense on the field for 28 minutes and 6 seconds. You would hope for a long scoring drive if you're the Eagle defense right now by the offense to go ahead and give them a little bit of breather. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 25. Hurts takes the snap. Turn gives Swift. His 6th carry of the day goes for nothing as he's tackled in the backfield by Barnes. He might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that was a great pursuit there by Barnes. Really nowhere to go. Not going to make a big play out of that one, but yeah, I got some several comments here talking about the defense previously. But Austin Harris, there's absolutely no physicality here. Do they even care? But you kind of alluded to it or mentioned, again, there is problems, but that time of possession, you got it. If you're the offense, you have to give them a breather. There's way too many plays and already way too much time they've been out there.
2nd down and 10. Swift to the right of Hurts in the gun. Rocking those neon green shoes is DeAndre Swift, and you get the play fake here. Hurts to pass. Looks left, throws. That's going to be a one-handed catch by Swift, and he's got a gain of 5, maybe 6 there as he's spun out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down, and let's wait for the mark here. I think it'll be 4 as the Eagle offense tries to avoid going 3 and out to set their defense out with going back into the field already huffing and puffing.
They're gassed. You cannot. What a great catch by Swift, though. One-handed, like you said. I'd love to see more tosses to Swift. You know, we've seen him at times be active in the past game, but yeah, it looks like officially a 3rd and 5. Come on, you got to convert this.
Julio Jones slot to the near side. 2 touchdowns for him today. 7:26 to go 3rd quarter. 21-13 Eagles. Play clock down to 2, down to 1. Hurts takes the snap. Here comes an all-out blitz. Hurts steps up. He's going to go home run ball right side. DeVonta Smith has got it over.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
Oh,
that was a great read. They came on an all-out blitz, and he puts this right into the arms of Smitty, and he just dropped it. Tough over-the-shoulder catch, but man, a chance for a big play, and Philly's going to go 3 and out.
It is a very tough catch to make, but it's definitely one we've seen Smitty make time and time again. It's an over-the-shoulder. He's got at least 2 steps on the defender, and like you said, Hurts put it on the money there. Gosh, you love to see him make that catch.
Yeah, it's just tough. Here comes the punt from Braden Mann. He got ran into. We'll keep an eye on that, see if there's a flag. It's caught at the 10-yard line by Dortch, makes one man miss, and then gets pummeled by, who was that? Looked like it was Patrick Johnson. No flag, I guess. I thought he got touched when he kicked that one off, but doesn't matter. And the Eagle defense trots back out after a very quick breather. Very quick breather.
Yep, that's not what you want for your defense. Again, that's a difficult one because you saw the blitz coming. Going back to the play with Smitty and the drop, you could tell the blitz was coming because Jalen, it's like a fake, like he's going to take the snap. The safeties kind of come in. All of a sudden, either he checks to something or he already knew that he had Smitty there one-on-one. He had the chance to make the play, but I'm sure that the narrative is going to continue to be, it's like, hey, on the blitz plays, what do the Eagles do? Do they have an answer for it?
Yeah.
Because that's not really a hot route. Like, again, he could have caught it, and if he had, all is well, we'll say, hey, great job, you converted against the blitz. But there's really never seems to be that quick answer like a lot of teams have for us whenever we send the blitz. So, oh, hey, there you go. There's another conversion. So, I don't know, but it would be obviously so much better. I mean, if Smitty had caught that, keep it rolling against the defense, because if we're being honest, I mean, the defense has been on the field for easily a game's worth by now. Like 28 minutes is what we see a lot of the time whenever we're, playing against other teams. You're asking a lot. I know it's they've had their struggles, but you are asking a lot from a team that's got to be gassed at this point.
Yeah, we'll see. Niners have scored again. They get a touchdown on this one. It's 20-10. And it is looking like Philadelphia will have to win next week and get help to be the 1 seed. A couple of other scores to keep an eye on here. Saints still leading over Tampa Bay. Derek Carr, 2 passing touchdowns, 17-0. That could be the Cowboys' first-round matchup against the Bucs or the Saints, depending on who wins this game. Honestly, Ravens have gone to the halftime 28-13. Jags up 16-0 over the Panthers. And the Titans are trailing 23-3 now with Houston at the ball. Tennessee with the ball into Houston territory. All right. Again, offenses look good. That should have been a big conversion, and the drive should have continued. You need the defense to get off the field right now. You're asking a lot, though, with this defense now playing what will be their 30th minute in a game that's barely into the second half, which is crazy to think about.
Yep. It definitely is. I missed a couple of shout-outs earlier. Jason's channel, shout-out from Arkansas. There you go, Jason. Also, Six-Fingered Man says, hey, Josh, love the videos and positivity you have, keeping it real about problems, but seeing the potential we still have during our 3-game skid kept me sane. appreciate you saying that. And definitely, I mean, same kudos to Thomas. Like we mentioned earlier, we got shows throughout the weeks. For those that haven't checked out the channels, make sure to like and subscribe. But we try to, as best we can, we're temper expectations. We'll call it like we see it. But at the same time, hey, look, we're a team now that has a chance to be the number 1 seed. It's a difficult way to do it, but it's still possible. Number 2 seed is very much in play. And we know, regardless of at times how frustrating it is, and there's weaknesses and struggles, take a look at all the teams around the National Football League outside of, I don't know, maybe Baltimore, who looks just about unbeatable right now. But like, everyone's had their struggles. So you never know what could happen.
Shout out to Kendu for saying change the 2 to the Q3 to Q or Q2 to Q3. There you go. I appreciate that. As Connor has a first down run, he'll get 4 yards, and it'll be second down and 4. Arizona with the ball down 8, 6:51 to go here, third quarter. There's some Kyler Murray, 16-21 for a $128 and a touchdown. He has the 99-yard pick 6 as well. As they blow the whistle, somebody is somebody hurt? Unsure. But not only is the real problem at the time of possession, Cardinals have 135 yards rushing to Philadelphia's 21. So after DeAndre Swift's back-to-back big games, he's going to be very quiet so far in this one.
And the Cardinals are dead last against the run in terms of yards. So,
and just when you thought the run defense couldn't get any worse, Jordan Davis is hurt. He's on his butt now. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on Jordan Davis's injury. That would be a brutal blow, and one that would probably cause you to call a familiar face in Ndamukong Suh tomorrow if it were to be a serious injury. We'll keep an eye on that, though. He's still down.
Yeah, hopefully nothing too serious. But like you say, you want some and need some depth at that position. And if your running defense is not great as it is, and then you were to lose JD, that's not a recipe for success.
See if we have any sort of update. Any sort of update on Jordan Davis. He is up and walking. Yes, he's slow, but he is walking. Keep an eye on that.
Looks like it's his left ankle, is from what the reports are here.
All right, second down and 6. Jalen Carter checks in alongside Fletcher Cox and Milton Williams. A 5-man front for Philadelphia to try and stop this Cardinal rushing attack. Murray's going to attack from the gun, though, with Connor to his right, Dortch to the slot to the near side. Takes the snap, delayed blitz, steps up, throws, that's caught. That'll be a first down for McBride, and yet again, there's Hassan Reddick in coverage, and you're not going to like to see that if you are an Eagles fan.
Not a fan of that one. He's okay, but he's just not, that's not where you want to see him. He's not going to help you there. I feel like you have other alignments, other players even that you want to go back and do that with, but.
First 10 and 10. Connor, I formation. Murray under center. Motions McBride across the formation. They take the snap. Here comes a run blitz by Philadelphia. Toss to Connor. That's a gain of way more than 10. There goes James Conner for a gain of 20. And that'll be another big first down. And this Eagle defense is just getting shredded. And Shaq Leonard is down, and he is hurt right now.
Yeah, Shaq tried to make the play, and on the tackle there, I think he landed kind of awkwardly. But, man, these holes, and maybe, I don't know if it's the angles that the players are taking, but just the push. But they get immediately the massive section where they can take off and pick up. I mean, what was it? Yeah, Shaq trying to make the tackle there. Hard to say what he might have made, his shoulder, or is it his hand? Okay.
I think it's his hand. He looks okay. He got up and trot off the field. He's going to sit out this snap, though. But 108 rushing yards for James Conner today. You would not have expected that going into it, but here we are. First and 10 from the Eagle 45-yard line. Murray has marched him into the field, into the Eagle side of the field 4 times. Takes the snap, turn, give Conner, run up the middle, and there's a stop, finally.
Thank you.
Brandon Graham and Milton Williams, and he'll gain no yards. And Philly's defense finally does something to make it second down at 10. Thank goodness.
Yeah, BG's fired up. Please get everyone else fired up. You got to get a stop here. Looks like it's Cardinals player down now.
Offensive lineman Humphreys is down, and that will stop the clock. We'll keep an eye on that injury. That one seems pretty significant.
Yeah, left tackle there. Hopefully nothing too serious. But yeah, looking at the running game now, the Cardinals 156 yards rushing, 5.4 yards per carry. For a team that was once number 1 in the league in rushing defense through what was it, 4 weeks, 5 weeks?
Not good. Not good. Eagle defense has been a little iffy. A little iffy today. And, the problem is if they give up points here, it could be a tie ball game. I mean, that's the worst part. You feel like the Eagles have dominated offensively, and yet it could be a tie ball game because the defense can't get any sort of stops, which is really stink. So, what do you
Yep.
do? All right,
Yeah, you hope you can get a stop and get the ball back, and then also allow the defense to get a breather. Because you're literally sitting here at Cardinals 3 times as long possession as the Eagles. That's crazy. Usually it feels like the reverse. We can't get those explosive plays. We got to keep drives alive. We have these 8-minute possessions even whenever we do score. Just not been the case today. You have the one touchdown happen pretty quickly, and then you have really only one long drive or considerably long drive. And that's it.
James Carver says the linebackers are shooting gaps instead of filling gaps to stop the run. They're all trying to make the big play, and pressing the vets have to gain control of the rookies. That's a bit of a problem, especially for people like Sidney Brown, who shoots gaps very well, but sometimes he is, a little bit too over-eager, I would say here.
Yeah. China's saying, so is Desai getting his job back because he obviously wasn't the problem, LOL.
Ha!
I mean, maybe that's why Sirianni didn't officially change the title of defensive coordinator.
Maybe.
It gives them the option to say, hey, you know what, Matt, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to Desai. Did you see that while we're in commercial break? Did you see the report? I'm sure you did. Jeff McClain saying the whole Sirianni undermining Desai, and no, he had a write up on it that sources. Again, who knows what these sources are, because I do think that he has some good reporting, but then it's like the Jalen Hurts. Do they question his leadership and all that? I'm like, God, come on, really. But he was saying during the bye week that Sirianni was the one who self-scouted Desai's defense, and that's whenever he made the change to basically not allow Desai to have as much say on third downs on the defense. So it kind of already happened before the official change to Patricia. Again, it's like, who knows what to believe? Who are those sources? Who's actually saying stuff there? But you got to get something fixed on the D, certainly the rush defense.
Second down at 10. Here's a play fake as Kyler Murray's going to step up and throw a deep out that's going to be caught for a first down. There's Dortch working on Avonte Maddox, and there's a good example of how the run opens up the pass as the Eagle linebackers suckered up after the play fake, and then they were all trying to scramble to get into coverage, and that is a good play on Avonte Maddox there by Greg Dortch, and Cardinals are marching again as this defense isn't stopping anybody.
It just looks so easy at times. So easy.
Yes, it
with where to
does.
look.
4:22 to go here, third quarter. 21-13 Philadelphia. Kyler Murray completed his 18th pass of the day for a $146, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. They're going to go empty now on first down and 10 from the Eagle 34. Murray stamps his foot, takes the snap. Here comes a linebacker blitz from Shaq Leonard. They throw and catch. That's another first down. There's Wilson across the 24 to the 20. That'd be a gain of 14 on a quick slant. Every time the Eagles are blitzing, they're throwing slants behind it, and it's ripping up the Eagle defense.
They've consistently, and we said it earlier, but every time that they see Nicholas Morrow in coverage, it's almost like the immediate route. It's the immediate shot. Kyler Murray is not looking at a second option. He doesn't have to. You see the blitz, it. So you go after Nicholas Morrow, and 90.8 passer rating for Murray. I mean, he's got the interception, which hurts him, but that was kind of a toss it up thing. Other than that, he's been too easy for those throws.
Murray, a keeper, and he's going to get the edge and have a lot more and get to about the I couldn't tell the yardage there. He got about 7 yards on that quarterback keep. A simple zone read where he keeps it on the right side. Nolan Smith had a chance, unable to get a stop there. And again, we are a score away from tying this one up, and the Cardinals are knocking on that door.
Yeah. Nolan Smith almost had him, but able to get around that. K-Dude 2 says, which team is winning? It's a good question because it feels like, and again, maybe we're too emotional. Maybe it's easy to get like the ebbs and flows whenever we struggle here. But man, there's so many times there's you feel the momentum, you feel the completeness, and then it just drastically changes.
There's a give to Connor on 2nd and 2. He's obviously got the first down to the 5 as the Eagles they're just not, they can't do anything stopping the run at all. It's crazy. And you do fear. I mean, what does the best team in the NFC do well? That's run Christian McCaffrey right now. You got to get a rematch here. Ugh, it's been ugly today. It's been very ugly. 21 carries for a $115, averaging 5.5 is James Conner.
Oh my goodness. Not a positive sign.
First down and goal from the Eagle 5. It's 8-point game. The Eagles have 8 total yards of offense this half. Murray in the gun, takes the snap, 4-man pressure, steps up. Here comes a pressure, and he's going to miss the sack there. Murray still scrambling around. Now he's going to throw left side, and that is caught one-handed by James Conner for a touchdown. Are you kidding me?
What a catch.
Oh, my goodness. And the Boo Birds are going crazy in Philadelphia right now. Crazy.
And this is on Nicholas Morrow again.
Wow.
Which is not surprising because that's who they go after when they need a completion. But man, Josh Sweat, I thought he had one. He's had so much frustration of being so close and not getting a sack. Kyler Murray keeps it alive. And like you said, I mean, that is a ridiculous catch from James Conner there, but golly.
They will go for 2 to try and tie this one up. They're 3 for 12 on 2-point conversions this year is Arizona. Let's see what happens. Murray in the gun. Conner to his right. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Philly was once up 21-6. They have a chance now for a tie game. Arizona. Murray in the gun. Takes the snap. Here comes the pressure. Looks left. Throws. Corner of the end zone. Caught. There is a penalty flag, though. This is probably going to be offensive pass interference for a pick play. If it is not on Philadelphia, or if it is on Philadelphia, it's on Philadelphia. It's good. We have a tie ball game.
Oh, my gosh.
Never easy, man. I cannot believe we're saying that again. I cannot believe we are saying this again. Oh, my goodness gracious.
This is unreal.
The 3-win Cardinals are shredding the Eagle defense right now. Shredding the Eagle defense. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Just like that is a 21-6 game and 21-21. Tie ball game.
Nick Joel says, I knew we were going to lose. Tate Thomas says, the defense is just not good. Run the ball, says Adrian Barceas. Insta-draft, my soul has left the body. What is wrong with the Birds? They did this again. Yeah, it is frustrating. It's really frustrating. It's unbelievable that you have chances. Everything's in front of Philadelphia. You take care of business today. Things get so much easier if you win this game, but it's not going to be easy. They are not going to let it be easy, and we have a tie football game, and now you have serious pressure on the Eagle offense. The Eagle offense is going to have to go straight down the field and score because the defense can't stop anybody, and they've been on the field for almost 40 minutes today.
They can't be on the field again for. I mean, you gotta not only score, but you gotta stay out there for. I think you got to put a 6, 7, 8 minute possession drive together or something because they need a breather. This is unreal, though. I can't believe it.
Yeah, you were going to need a serious drive here to save the day. It's amazing how bad they are against the run. You would not think that they would be this bad against the run. Oh, man. Yet
they are. And Suzanne Kelly says, see, this is the normal score I'm used to. Makes sense. It can't ever be easy.
Yep.
Golly, it's just unreal. It's always something.
It really is. As the Commanders have just thrown an interception inside the red zone. Gotta like that.
Okay.
Got to like that. All right. What do you got for us, Jalen Hurts? Don't screw this up, guys. Please. Come on, offense. Yeah, he burned DeVonta Maddox on that 2-point conversion too. You know, Maddox is going to take some time to get his sea legs under him. They're not under him yet. They are not under him yet. All right, 2:01 to go. Third quarter, 21-21. Philadelphia has 8 total yards of offense as they have only touched the football once in the second half so far. They've been outscored 30-0 in the third quarter of the last 2 games. For whatever reason, third quarters have been atrocious for them. And a lot of Eagle fans are stunned right now at Lincoln Financial Field. All right, here comes Jalen Hurts in the Eagle offense. They had a really good look on third down. Last possession, incomplete through the hands of DeVonta Smith. Maybe they get the run game going. Only 7 carries for DeAndre Swift. Here's a first down and 10 from the 25. This would be a give. No, quarterback keep. Right side. Hurts. He's got enough for a 7-yard gain and then hit hard down. He's going to be okay, though. It'll be second down and short on a quarterback keeper following the read option.
Actually, I didn't like that hit. Hey, Jalen got up and said, I'm all right. But, man, that looked like a harder hit than it needed to be.
Yeah, that looked a little bit painful. They're going to go hurry up now. That's their 29th rushing yard of the day versus the 180 for Arizona. Here's another run for DeAndre Swift. He's got the first down and a little bit more for a gain of 5 there. And that will dip us below 1:30 to go here in the third quarter. And there's your first down of the third quarter for Philadelphia when the quarter is almost done.
Okay, well, at least you got the first down. Let's keep something rolling. You got to have some positivity. It's been not great in this first half already, but the defense cannot come back on the field. If you haven't hit the like button already, please do it because somehow, some way, it'll magically help the Eagles.
First down and 10 from the Eagle 36. Here's a toss left to DeAndre Swift. Big hole there, DeAndre Swift to the 50. Runs over a man into Cardinal territory, and he's down at the 45-yard line. There's Agent Zero. You hate waiting so long to wake him up, but he's got a lot on that run there as he put his wood down on Budda Baker, ran over the safety everyone wanted the Eagles to trade for earlier this year, and a big first down gain with back-to-back first down for this Eagle rushing attack.
You got to keep going to it. It's so weird looking at the box score, the fact that the Cardinals are so far ahead in rushing yards, but the Cardinals defense is the one that should be giving up these chunk plays. Ride the running game. Run the ball.
Final snap potentially here of the third quarter. It's another give to DeAndre Swift up the middle. And Swift bounces outside. Swift to the 40. Swift across the line to gain. He's got 11 on first down and 10. And that should do it for the third quarter. And the Eagle offensive run game, much like it did last week on Christmas Day, has found some life behind Agent Zero.
This is nuts. I mean, again, it's like, why does it take so long to be able to say, hey, let's run the football. Let's actually see if we can do something here. It's effective when you stick to it, when you do it. It just takes so long at times. So
yeah.
Tie game going into the fourth.
Into Cardinal territory. We appreciate everyone watching with us. If you haven't watched this before, hit that thumbs up and sub button. We've got plenty of great content throughout the week as well. If you love the Philadelphia Eagles, these are your 2 best channels on the entire platform to watch that. Shout out to James Carver, who says, don't forget the Cards are up big run yards on the 49ers too. Offensive play calling is to take 6 minutes on the next drive to save the defense. Well, right now, James, that's been the case as the Eagles are taking over 2 minutes right now on this drive, and then another first down on the other side of this TV timeout to start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you got to have something there. It's like we said, you can't put the defense back out there with as gassed as they've been, certainly to stop the run. But yeah, that time of possession, I mean, it's better. It's not going to be good by the end of this game, regardless of how this game turns out. You're going to look at the time of possession, and it's going to be like, wow, that's crazy. And I know that, you always look at it and say you got the pick six, the long drives. That's going to inflate things a little bit, but still, it's just been the fact that the Eagles had a couple possessions where it's very quick. You give the ball back to the Cardinals, and they haven't been stopped. It's a bend but don't break, and allow the Cardinals to take up these 8-9 minutes on a drive. And hopefully you get something here in the fourth quarter. I just don't know why it takes this long every single time to all of a sudden go, hey, let's run the football. Let's stick with what should be working. It's certainly against a team that is going to give up the run or susceptible to the run. Maybe we'll see it, though.
Looks like Chris McCaffrey is limped off the field for the Niners. We'll keep an eye on that game right now. Let's see. The score is still 20-10, and they are driving again as San Francisco. So it looks like the Niners are going to hold on and win that game, but that's the least of our worries right now as Philly's tied up with the Arizona Cardinals, and they're going to need a win to stay alive for the 2 seed, let alone the NFC East. If they lose this game, they have a real chance of losing the division as well with the Dallas Cowboy win last night.
Yep, that is, as Austin Harris says, I have absolute faith in the Eagles.
Thank you, Austin.
That's that one, but he says, but this team makes it hard sometimes. So yeah, there's some positivity, but I get it. I mean, we're all right there. It's like, man, there's just There's so many times where like you're about to be like, finally, we can get something. We can have a complete game. They can cover a spread for once for anybody who's into, that line of thinking, but it's not looking pretty right now. So it's gosh. All right, starting the fourth quarter. Hey, let's go. Hand off to Swift. Keep it rolling. Your 5-yard carry up the middle.
Yeah, this is one where you want to score with about 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And you give your defense their first big break of the entire day. Remember, the offense has been good today. They go hurry up, but they need to give the defense a break, and they need 6 points here.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't mind the hurry up, but you mentioned it. You got to give him a break as Hurts takes the snap, a fake handoff. Now he's looking over to the left side. It's complete. Dallas Goedert, and a first down right at the sticks. Moving the chains.
This is a shot play. They didn't like what they saw down the field, so he comes back to his safety chain. That is number 88. Makes a good catch and falls across the line to gain. Stays in bounds as well to get that clock moving. And the Eagles' first pass of this drive in the fourth quarter is good for a first down, and they're at least in Jake Elliott field goal range right now.
Yeah, at least that's a positive there. As always, we're going to get some conflicting thoughts here. As Jessica Freer says, we're not going to win, but recovery does happen. Says, I'll always love my team. So there you go. There's some frustrations on both sides. But Swift takes the handoff now, right side, up the middle. Yep, gain of about 6 or 7 yards. And, there's a player down. I think that maybe Dickerson. Is he up? Get up? It looks like maybe he's up because there's no one slowing down now. So hopefully nothing too serious.
Okay. He's okay. Like they're fine. Yeah, I saw that too. Come on, guys. 8th play of the drive. Let's go.
Going to go hurry up now. Hurts in the gun. Swift to his right. Takes the snap. Handoff middle. Swift showing some patience. Now trying to push forward. And it's going to be a yard short. So we know exactly what's going to happen or what should happen. It's a 3rd and 1. Don't get cute. Let's just line it up and go ahead and run it because everyone knows what should happen.
13:05 to go fourth quarter. Tie ball game. Yep, here comes brotherly shove. That Cardinal looks like he's off sides, but I guess not. Yeah, the hand
looks on the ball almost, but takes the snap. Jalen going to push forward. I think he's short. I think he's going to be
short. He got that. I think he mishandled the snap again, and he had it down by his groin and was trying to hold on for dear life. Yeah, he didn't get it. It'll be 4th and 1. When was the last time you didn't convert a 3rd and 1 tush push?
Yeah, it's been forever, but yeah, I think that's the second time this game because I noticed it earlier in the game on a snap where it looked like he almost fumbled it, and I don't know if it's the handoff or he gets pushed too quickly.
It's a big 4th and 1. You got to have it. Come on.
Yeah, no surprise. I have no problem going for it. So it's another brotherly shove. Jalen takes the snap. Now he's pushed forward. There you go. That's what we like to see. Easily get a yard, maybe 2. First down.
And that, again, is why you love that play, because if it doesn't work once, you know it's not going to not work twice in a row. So you go for it there, and you get a nice, easy first down, and the clock dips below 12 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Come on, guys.
Realistically, that might have been a good thing because you're letting the defense get more of rest. So you don't convert the first one, you line up, run it again. The Eagles are 24 for 26 on the 3rd and 4th down with a yard to go. So the 92 percenters, as always. 11:40 to go in the fourth quarter, 7 on the play clock. Jalen in the gun, Gainwell to his left. And Hurts takes the snap. It's going to be a design run. Going to the left side, follows a block from Gainwell. Still on his feet, breaks a few tackles, and a gain of 8 yards before he's brought down. 2nd and 2.
Haven't seen a lot of design quarterback runs. You've seen RPOs today and you've seen read options, but that's a design quarterback power where you get the lead blocker of Kenny Gainwell, and he cleans up Budda Baker really well. Also gets the linebacker. Good job by number 14.
Oh, Kenny G.
And that's a gain of 7 there. And again, this is a 6.5 minute drive that's taken over, 12 play drive over 6.5 minutes. You're in the red zone now. They've done well so far here. Let's see if they can punch it in. Come on. Where's A.J. Brown?
2nd and 2. A.J. Brown, far side right. Hurts takes the snap. Another design run. There's nowhere to go. Going to try to cut back left and slide down for a loss of, oh my gosh, that is like 8 yards. I don't know what that was. I know you just did the quarterback run. That's a disaster.
Well, you do quarterback run left, you come back, you do quarterback run right. And the Cardinals said we've seen that before just a second ago. So they have the right play called for it. Budda Baker blows it up, and your 2nd and 2 becomes 3rd down and 9 very quickly. And Yeah, you kind of need a touchdown here, boys, because the defense hasn't been able to stop Arizona. Let's stop playing with our food, please.
Yeah. It's like, I get that Jalen can't throw it there because it's going to be a lineman downfield, but he could have just gone down and saved, probably 6 yards, as now they're going to call a timeout with the play clock low. So it's insult to injury now. 2 timeouts remaining for the Eagles, 3rd and 9. And that's what they're going to have.
Yeah, it's just, you have a drive that's going so well, and then you decide to run the same play you just did to the right this time. Like, maybe a slant to A.J. Brown, maybe a fade to A.J. Brown, maybe a run with DeAndre Swift. Like, there's a lot of options besides quarterback run to the opposite side, and, well, 3rd and 9. Again, does a field goal make you feel good? No, it doesn't. It makes you feel vulnerable. Let's say that.
This is actually pretty good here. Wojak Horseman says they're calling plays like Madden. Just flip the play to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, It's pretty basic. As creative as we saw BJ get in the 2-minute offense before the first half, there's a lack of creativity on that play call there. That's man, you make things so difficult at times where they don't need to be. All right, coming out of the timeout though. 3rd and 9, 10:02 to play in the 4th quarter. Tie ball game, 21-21. Eagles have not scored in this second half. Hurts is in the gun. Swift is back in the game now, in motion left. There's trips right. Oh, and it looks like maybe a offsides here on the defense.
That's encroachment.
There's a flag. Here we go.
That'll make it 3rd and 4. Make sure it wasn't on Philly. Cardinals think it's on Philly. Offsides.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Thank goodness.
Let's make sure it wasn't a Jason Kelsey. They've been trying to call that too with his.
Nope, he didn't move.
Football, but no, there's
Good
nothing
job.
there. I don't know what that was, but
come on.
All right, a little more manageable. 3rd and 4.
Come on. This could be a run and then brotherly shove if you don't get the full amount of yardage here.
Yeah.
Or Julio Jones hat trick. Oh, nope, they're going to go empty.
Man, how crazy that'd be. Yeah. Empty set. Hurts. Would they run another quarterback draw? Yeah. Let's see. 5 on the play clock now. Hurts is going to take the snap, going to look over the middle. He thought about running. He's not going to. Running right side now.
Go!
He may go now. He's got the corner. No, he throws it. Touchdown. Wide open. Dallas Goedert.
Yes.
There it was. Fake the run like he was going to have the corner. Finds DG in the end zone. Touchdown.
Yes. There's the quarterback. 3 passing touchdowns. Dallas Goedert involved.
Yep. I'm sorry about you, Paige, for the other touchdown. I know you're playing against Jalen Hurts, but we needed that one. So what are you going to do?
Wow. And they didn't call the rub route. Thank goodness.
Second look there.
Thank goodness.
Because we usually get that call. It sees almost every time.
Mm-hmm. Wow, what a catch, too, by Dallas Goedert. Holy cow.
Jake Elliott with the PAT, and it is good.
Offense has been great today. Offense has been great. That was the drive you wanted. That was exactly what Philadelphia needed. The offense has not been the issue today at all.
Nope. Offense been pretty solid. I know we can always nitpick. Sure, there's been a couple plays that have been frustrating and why you make things harder than it needs to be, but the offense for the most part has been good. You gave the defense a breather too, so that's also the positive. You just had a play of taking 7 minutes off the clock, hopefully enough to refresh the defense. You just really need to get a stop because, ultimately outside of the interception, they're going down and getting points and keeping these long drives alive.
Yep, I could not agree more. Gotta like it.
It's Katakimi, I may not say that name correctly, but my heart is beating out of my chest. Well, that's just been the standard process for Eagles games this season. Outside of, I guess the blowouts where we've gotten beat terribly. You just have to come to terms with it. Take the medication you need to, comfort yourself however is best, and get used to being stressed out most of the game because that's what usually happens.
Yep, that's normally what happens. Oh man.
Yes. K-Dude 2 says Arizona has 100 yards more than us. Yep.
Well, they've had a lot
100
more
yards
possessions
more.
than us, so,
Yeah. Again, all
noise.
the pick six is going to skew things. So you do have that going for you, but they're just they're getting these just consistent plays. I mean, where's the play calls? I saw that earlier and it was a huge discrepancy, but yeah, 57 for Arizona and 37 for the Eagles. I mean, naturally, you're not going to have near as many yards there.
Still, though, you get one stop here, and I mean, come on, you're gonna win. You're gonna win this football game. There's only so much time left to get the ball back to the Eagle offense. So just hang in there. Just hang in there.
Yep, just got to take care of business.
Yep. Come on, guys. Arizona has, the 49ers have scored again, so it's probably not going to happen this week in terms of the one loss we need for the 49ers to be able to win the 1 seed. But they're in position to hopefully win this game. Come on.
Elliott kicks it off, and it is going to be caught and returned here by Dortch. Going to go right side, up the middle up to 20, and going to be brought down by two ex-Georgia players in Keely Ringo and Nolan Smith. And congrats to Georgia for absolutely obliterating Florida State in the bowl game. And now the Cardinals offense will come back out on the field.
All right, 9:48 to go. 9:48. All you got to do is get a stop. They've not been able to do it. Now would be the time. It would be a perfect time to go down and get a stop and win this football game. But will the Eagles defense do it? That was the $1 million question because they have not been able to so far.
That is the hope. What does Patricia dial up here? Is Kyler Murray in the gun? Going to have motion. Moore going left. Takes the snap. It's a 5-man pressure. Going to go deep shot left side. Keely Ringo in coverage and fired. There's a flag out. McBride was in the area. There were two Cardinals receivers.
Ringo
kind of an odd look.
Tackled his guy. He tackled his guy. That is going to be a 40-yard penalty. Yep. And they are into Eagle territory. Oh, my goodness.
I would love to see the replay there, too, because
I think he's tackling Dortch.
Sometimes, I understand that there's like a reason for it, but yeah, he says that he got pulled. I don't know. I need to see a closer look there. He's arguing that he just got yanked down, but
that's actually pretty tough because that looks like Dortch just falls and grabs onto Ringo.
And he's saying that he pulled him.
I don't like that call. That's a bad call. Doesn't matter.
Man, ball all the way into Philly territory, like you said, ball at the 48. So, regardless, this is the hand you've been dealt. Is there's some confusion between the linebackers now. Handoff to Carter. He's going to break the first tackle and eventually brought down by Van Sumeren and Morrow. Only a gain of 2.
If Shaq Leonard got benched, if Ben Van Sumeren's in at linebacker right now, that would mean that either Shaq Leonard is hurt or he's been benched. We're going to keep an eye on that because that is not normal.
Yeah, he did look a little. I think they were showing him on the sideline a little bit hurt after one of the tackles. So, but you're right. It could be they need some athleticism. They want it because the Cardinals are moving the football, or it's a situation of injury. Either way, yeah, it's been Van Sumeren and Morrow probably the rest of the way would be my guess. 9 minutes in the fourth quarter, Murray under center takes the snap, handoff Carter, right side, has some blockers in space. Plenty of room up to the 40, cuts to the middle 30-yard line, breaks another tackle, pushing forward up to the 27-yard line. And you just can't. There's no answer. There is no answer.
They just can't. They're just big holes. I mean, this is just running with no one near you. It's unbelievable. Nobody near you. Oh, my goodness.
The type of efficiency that they have is really like what I have come to expect from like, oh, this is what Philly should be like. This is what Philly was last season. Just dominance. You know it's coming. You can't stop it. There's just really no answers, and there's a lot more physicality. But they're going to go with it again. Michael Carter takes the handoff up the middle. This time, not many places to go as Milton Williams kind of slows him down, and then Morrow and Van Sumeren finish him off.
8 minutes to go in this game. They have 192 rushing yards. 192. At what point do you just sell out against the run and make Murray and Greg Dortch beat you through the air? I mean, seriously, it's not like Murray's been carving up your defense. You got to sell out for the run here and just pray your secondary hangs on, because this is a terrible defensive performance to stopping the run.
28-21, Eagles lead, 7:45 to play in the fourth. 5 on the play clock. There's trips left for the Cardinals. Murray in the empty set takes the snap for him and pressure. He's going to take off and run up the middle. Plenty of space. First down and more to the 15, all the way to the 10-yard line before Keely Ringo brings him down. Just no answer.
Yeah, and this is a pretty easy play call here. You spread them out. There's nobody in the middle of the field. It's man coverage across the board, and Murray is untouched till 15 yards, maybe? I mean, come on. This is Pee Wee football here. Quarterback power, because you have numbers, and now the Eagle defense is going to have to hold on, or we're going to have a tie football game with 7 minutes to go.
Ooh, man. Just can't get anything. No stops here. Ball is at the 11-yard line actually now. Murray takes the snap, 4-man pressure, looking over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete to Dortch, brought down by Van Sumeren, but a gain of about 4 or 5 yards, and it'll bring up about a 2nd and 5.
Boy, just thinking about how long this defense has been on the field, and the fact that they probably have, one last chance to get a stop here, or else it's going to be on Jalen Hurts' shoulders to seal this game with a game-winning field goal. I mean, it's a 7-point game. The defense has been on the field for over 45 minutes. You see Fletcher Cox on the sideline huffing and puffing, shaking his head. 2nd down and 5 now from the Eagles 7. Come on, get a stop.
Christian Kane every week, bro. We are so inconsistent. Yep. Kyler Murray under center. Handoff James Conner. Pushes forward.
Get him. There you go.
First tackle, but nope. He's going to be brought down. Reed Blankenship gets there along with a lot of other Eagles.
That's a run blitz. They brought the linebacker Morrow on a run blitz there for exactly that play call, and it worked. So they talk about selling out for the run. That was it right there as DeMercado checks in. 3rd and 4 now. And what do you got, Matt Patricia? It's obviously 4-down territory for Arizona. What do you got? Come on. Get off the field.
Yeah, need an answer here. 5:40 to play in the fourth quarter. We are getting down to winning time. Can you get a stop? Can you force him to have to probably go for it? I would imagine here. Murray takes the snap in the gun. Right side trying to throw. It's incomplete. And no flag. Eli Ricks on Wilson. Incomplete. 4th and 4.
Okay, there's one. There's that slant that's been burning you all day. It's a little high here. I think Ricks does a good job. They try and rub. And, it's just close. There's contact.
I like the fact that there's a no call, but that to me looks more of a penalty than it did on the Keely Ringo pull down.
Oh, man. Here we go. They're going. Come on, win this game.
You have to. The Cardinals last in the NFL on 4th down, 11 for 30 this season. 4th and 4, Murray in the gun, James Conner to his left. He's got trips right, McBride to his right in the slot. Eagles show 5-man defensive front, now showing more pressure. They are going to blitz. Kyler Murray over the middle. He's got a man, touchdown. Wilson on Ringo.
Another all-out blitz, and it gets nowhere near Kyler Murray. Nowhere near Kyler Murray. I mean, how many times can you blitz and not even get close? Not even get close. And Ringo playing outside. Oh, my gosh. Outside leverage when you're bringing an all-out blitz so the middle of the field is wide open. It's little things like this that make you just want to just scream. Oh, my gosh.
Yep. They're going to kick a field goal. Guys wondering if they might go for 2. There's still plenty of time. They're going to make the PAT 28 all. Stephen Joe says, loved that the last video is why the Eagles will embarrass the Cardinals. Yep. That's what I entitled it. I mean, hey.
Good job, Josh.
Let me hear it.
Great job.
Yeah. I thought it would be.
Oh, my goodness.
I try to lean towards optimism probably more than maybe I should. And I'm like, all right, hey, let's see if JG can, put up with the extra motivation, right? We're going to take it to the Cardinals, take it to Jonathan Gannon, but
nope.
Not at all. We're just making it too easy. I don't get it. It's just one of those things of, man, at this point, hopefully, for people that saw it out there, you looked at the 21-6 halftime score and said, man, there's a great live bet that I can get it. Cause I'm sure the spread would have been Cardinals plus 14 or plus 18, something like that. So hopefully you're making some money off of it at least, but maybe my blind optimism is just crazy. Yeah, we're sure getting a lot more Cardinals to show up into this chat, but appreciate you guys joining. If you feel like, hitting the like button and subscribing, we appreciate it. There is a ridiculous amount that have shown up all of a sudden, though. Haven't seen them till now. I don't know, man. This is
there at some point you just gotta get a stop. At some point, you got to do something to prove to Eagle fans that you're not going to be one and done in the playoffs. And they keep doing this to us week after week after week. And when it's against the Bills and the Dolphins and the Chiefs and the Cowboys, you go, okay, those are good football teams. Sure, a close win, a close loss. That happens. But when it's against the 3-win Arizona Cardinals, who have the worst run defense in the National Football League, the worst fourth down offense in the National Football League, a receiver that none of us can name. I mean, it's just simple. And now you're going to have to sit back and hope that Jalen Hurts can bail you out, or you are going to be the 5 seed. You are going to be the 5 seed and not play a single home playoff game. They lose this game.
Yeah.
You have to pray that your quarterback bails you out now. Yet again.
Yeah, it's I'm with you. It's one of those that I just don't understand it. It's one of the you expect eventually you might find something. Again, Nolan Schick here says it's like we say we need to clean this up. We need to clean this up, but it never happens. Yeah, it's we make a coaching change. We have different personnel players. We get some free agents. We have players that used to be all pros, and it's nothing. It's a combo because, again, you can't just point to it and say, hey, it's just the coaching. Coaching has been bad, but you can't say it's just the players, even though players have been bad. And you look at performances in general.
Onside kick.
As a Cardinals onside kick.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my. Eli Ricks with a recovery, and that was...
There's a flag.
I don't think it went far enough.
I think it's going to be... Well, but is it a touch? He got... Oh, look at Michael Clay. He knows.
You know what? And kudos to Michael Clay and kudos to the special teams, because that is just about one consistency that we have seen.
Boy, this will be offsides. Kicking team. So you accept it, and the ball will be at the 40. Listen, you're a 3-win team. I get doing this, but when your offense is playing great, I don't know if you have to do this.
You don't have to. You really don't. No, I'd have kicked it away. I mean...
Look, the Eagles are ready for it, too. Good job. Good job. Although they don't have the hands team, but they're up and ready for it.
Yeah. Michael Clay there, man. He's like, thank goodness.
All right, come on, offense. Come on. Score. Get out of here with a win. That way we can complain about another win this week. Please.
we
Please.
Need something. Oh, nothing makes sense anymore. It really doesn't. But if you can get a win, at least it's something. And it just feels like it'd be one of those other ones. But you got to get it first. 5:25 to play. Hurts in the gun. Hand off to Swift. Using some patience now. Trying to find a hole. Doesn't find much. Cuts back up the middle of the game of about 2.
Yeah, well, that could have been a loss of 5. He kind of pinballed off the back of Jordan Mailata and then squeaked his way across the line of scrimmage. We'll take that. There's also an injured Cardinal. But... I mean, for me, you got to go down and score a touchdown here, because if you score a field goal with 2 minutes left, you trust the defense to get a stop. That's the fear. That's the real fear.
Yeah, you've got to do something. You can't give it the ball back, and certainly the way the defense has been playing.
Oh, man. Someone on Twitter said, I can't wait to hear we have to continue to get better and fix our mistakes in the post-game press conference. Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, you gotta be.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is. Let's see. I saw a comment earlier. Let's see. Sean Graves. Have we ever felt good about a game? Not much. I felt good about
Dolphins
the
game.
Dolphins. We were there for that one, and that one felt finally like we both came away from it going, okay, good. There's a complete game for the most part. You got some really good elements to take away from it. The team feels like it's starting to gel. And then the only concern really, I think, or the main concern that came away from that was just Jalen's injury, because we're like, oh, hey, he's hobbling, he's limping. Yeah. Like, how bad is this going to be? But since that game, it's always something. It's offense or it's defense or it's a combination of both of those. And it's certainly play calling and it's coaches. But I've seen some comments too, and the argument, could be made. Yeah, like the Cardinals did beat Dallas, but I don't really care too much that they beat Dallas. I know that they've shown that they can beat a better team, but it's like it's not one of those where when they beat Dallas, they took the lead early and they kind of just were able to roll the rest of the way. Like we had the lead by 14 or 15 points. That should be enough. There should never be a time against a lesser opponent like that. It's like, oh, hey, coming out the second half, they've gone on this blistering pace and come back to tie the game. There's so much frustration.
Shout out to the 3,000 people watching between both channels right now. If you have not hit the subscribe button, we would greatly appreciate if 1,000 people hit the sub button right now. The Eagles are guaranteed to win. That's what I was told. I was told by the script writers that's what it would take. So just hit that red sub button.
Yeah. We do
why not?
It. Yep.
Why not?
And hit the like button. That one also helps too. But no, we appreciate it. For those that are new, again, like we do this just about every game. The exception was the games that we've been to, but we're going to do this next week. We will do it as long as the Eagles are in the playoffs. Hopefully it's the full run to the Super Bowl. We're still, if that even happens, we'll figure out what we do then, if we're going to the Super Bowl or not. But, as long as we are, we have the games, play-by-play coverage, watch party, all this stuff, even giveaways from time to time. So just stay tuned for that.
And if you've never watched our shows during the week, Josh and I have the two most watched Eagle channels during the week by far, and they're great content. We encourage you guys to check it out and help us get to 1,000 likes. We're at 800, 200 likes away. So jump on that, and here we go. Second down and 9. Let's do it.
Sam23 says, this is sports, more fun when it's hard. I guess. It's more fun when you're winning. I don't know. Jalen Hurts takes the snap, though.
There's AJ.
To AJ Brown. Complete first down all the way up to the 20-yard line. There you go.
There he is. Must be nice. Where have you been? And it's a slant, too.
Every time.
Do the slants ever not work to A.J. Brown? Do they ever not work to A.J. Brown? They work every single time. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Come on.
Every single time.
Come on.
All right. 1st and 10, 4:30 to play in the fourth. There's 16 on the play clock. Again, if you're joining us here, we're always delayed because of YouTube, so you can stop it and pause and get synced up. At 8 on the play clock now, 4:20 to play in the game. Jalen the gun takes the snap, handoff to DeAndre Swift. Now they go left side, try to get the corner. I think there's a hold. Yep. Hold on Mailata. No gain from Swift there, but that's going to be coming back.
First offensive penalty at Philadelphia, almost seemingly all game. I felt like it was forever. But there's the Pro Bowler Mailata holding on for dear life. And anytime you grab a jersey, it's almost guaranteed to be a holding. And your 1st down and 10 turns down to 1st down and 20. And again, that's the fear, right? Field goals are great, but can your defense get a stop? That's the big problem right now. Don't panic, though. It's only 1st and 20. Come on. Only.
Doesn't feel like it. Yeah, only. I mean, Jalen converted one of those last week, but it's not good to say that we have to always rely on it, as now they're trying to get the right personnel on the field, it looks like.
Julio checks out. They don't seem to know who's supposed to be on the field, but the play clock's also not running.
This looks terrible. I mean, you're right. The play clock is, I guess, still at 25. I don't know why it's not.
Yeah, why is
I guess we've got plenty of time.
Why is the play clock not running? There it goes. Okay, thanks, refs.
That was so bad. All right, well, yeah, you still got 15 on the play clock now. Jalen in the gun takes the snap. It's a designed run for Jalen to the right side. He's going to push forward a gain of 3 or 4, so it's a 2nd and 16.
Okay, yeah. I mean, okay. I guess that play worked once today, so you might as well run it again on 1st and 20. I just look at the guy who wears the number 11. I go, maybe I want to get hit in the ball on 1st and 20. He feels like a pretty good target. He hasn't gotten a lot of work today, but when he has, he's been open. He's been moving. He's got every single pass thrown to him. Like, let's let 11 seal this game for us, huh?
I don't understand it. Brian Johnson heard last week people saying run the ball, and so I guess he's assuming
that means quarterback.
Run the ball there? Yeah, just run it with Jalen. Let's do a quarterback draw. But 2nd and 16, fake handoff to Gainwell.
Now gosh.
I don't understand. On a 2nd and 16, it's maybe an option there, but you're literally just running the football. 3rd and 20.
They're coming on a blitz. They're coming on a blitz. What are we doing? Oh, my gosh. So you're going to settle for a field goal, instead of scoring 6, and you're going to make the defense have to bail you out, which has not been able to do it in the second half. Great plan.
I don't even know.
And now this will be another quarterback run on 3rd and 20. Guaranteed.
Yeah, they may not get the playoff here. There's so much confusion.
And
There's
they got to burn a timeout.
Timeout.
Yep. Golly. Listen to the boos. Listen to the boos. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Oh, why is it so bad? What?
It's just so bad. It's so bad. Whenever they need a bad play call, they always run Jalen Hurts. Like when you need a bad play call, Brian Johnson goes, "I got you, fam. I got you on a nice quarterback draw." Quarterback draw.
When in doubt, man. I don't even know if Brian Johnson's looking at the down and distance. You know, I think he was like, 1st and 10. Let's do a quarterback draw to Jalen here. What the heck are you doing?
All right, here we go.
We're literally going to sit here and rely on our defense.
Yep.
Unless you have another miracle 3rd and 20 conversion, but I don't know. The fans are definitely frustrated here, understandably, at the link, and we are certainly the same in the comment section with fire everybody just about. Jalen in an empty set, though, 5 on the play clock. Pressure coming from the Cardinals. Now he throws it to wide receiver screen running back S to Gainwell. That's going nowhere. Gains about 2 or 3. Is Smitty down and hurt, or is he just rolling on the ground? I don't know. Let's make sure he's okay, but that was never going anywhere. 4th and 16.
AJ shaking his head. He's down too.
Yeah. It's great. Okay. That wasn't going to work.
AJ's heated too. Just what you want to see.
Yep. Yeah. Of course he's frustrated there. I would be too. Like what do you do? What's the play call there? You know, I mean, we've gotten, and Smitty's, I don't know if that's his bum knee that he's been dealing with the last couple of weeks or if it's a new injury there, but man, if I'm AJ, like, and I'm all the playmakers, I get that there's concerns. They haven't looked as good as they did last year. You can put a little bit of blame, but I'm so frustrated because you're not putting us in the right spots and they're playmakers. You're just making life too hard. That just makes no sense.
Well, now you got to have this field goal. You cannot screw around here because your defense might be able to keep them out of the end zone, but they can't keep them out of scoring a field goal. You know that. You got to have this. Please
43 yards. Come on, Jake. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up and good. Okay, so we can rely on Jake Elliott. It's a 3-point game. 31-28. Eagles lead. Cardinals will get the ball, though. 2:33 to play with 2 timeouts. And I'm going to use the restroom real quick, and we'll see how the rest of this plays out.
All right. I want to keep an eye on what's going on with DeVonta Smith because it still looks like he's on the sideline holding that knee. We're going to keep an eye on that as well. If you have not hit the sub button, we'd appreciate that greatly. It just doesn't get... It just gets old watching the exact same thing, you know? And that's probably the most frustrating thing about the Philadelphia Eagles right now is they scored 31 points, and you're like, sick! But then they just had a drive where they could have scored 6 instead of 3, and then you run stupid quarterback power and then read option, and you have a defense that can't stop anybody. And this just seems to be, wash, rinse, repeat the past couple of weeks. Back to Seattle. The Eagles are beating Seattle, and then suddenly they call some bad plays, couple of bad turnovers, and it's like, oh, wait, we lost to Seattle. And then even against the Giants, it took 3rd and 20 against A.J. Brown to be able to even hold on to that football game. It just is getting old, and you start to kind of wonder if all the internal frustration, A.J. Brown barking on the sideline right there, he's tired of it because he knows that they're good. He knows they're better than this. This shouldn't be 31-28 as Elliott kicks this one off. This should be a blowout. But instead, the Eagle defense is going to have to save us as the kick is fielded by Dortch at the 20, makes a man miss across the 25 to the 30, and you will have 2:28, 2 timeouts for Arizona, and a chance to go down here and score to tie for overtime or score to win. So here we go. Here we go.
Oh, boy. The nerves are shot.
It's just crazy they
Can the
scored
defense
31
do it?
points, and yet we're still sitting here prepared as if we're about to lose. It's just nuts to me. Here we go. 1st and 10.
When they do it. All right. Murray takes a snap, handoff Connor left side, and stonewalled immediately. All right, there's a final stop. Morrow and Josh Sweat.
What a thought to stop the run. I would have never have gone as far as to say, hey, that's a good idea, but hey, that was a good idea. 1 turnover, 1 sack. They haven't sacked him today. Maybe that one time?
Yeah, yep. One time. They're going to try to get a playoff before the 2-minute warning, it looks like, as Murray up in the gun, takes the snap, 4-man pressure, looks over the middle, pocket closing, throws it. It's complete, a first down to Moore, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of about 14, and that'll be the 2-minute warning. So minute 54. They still got 2 timeouts. That looked like it got tipped or something. It was kind of a weird loaded ball, but maybe not.
It was a duck. Jeez, and they're already about 20 yards. Remember, Prater, their field goal kicker, is the guy who I think holds the NFL record, or did at one point, for the longest field goal. He's got a complete cannon. So you can only surrender so many more yards, or else you're going to be in big, big trouble. Come on. Oh, man. All right. Couple of scores here as we're at a timeout. Ravens 42-19 over the Dolphins. Jag 26-0 over the Panthers. Commanders down 27-10 to the Niners. Niners are going to win that game. Saints 23-7. They're going to beat the Bucks on the road. Giants 19. Rams 26. Colts 20. Raiders 13. Bears 27-17 over Atlanta, although that one's still early fourth quarter. Patriots 21-27. They're hanging around despite 3 interceptions from Bailey Zappi. Those are your scores happening in the early window. You got 4 games late. Steelers, Seahawks, Chargers, Broncos, Bengals, and Chiefs. And then, Atari, one more later, Packers and Vikings, as we welcome in 3,700 people watching between both channels right now. We appreciate you guys. You're not subbed. We're going to do a post-game show. We obviously do daily Eagles content as well. Best on YouTube. If you hit the 7th sub button yet, we'd appreciate that. And we are 75 likes from 1,000 likes on this broadcast. 75 likes.
We can get there. We can get there.
We're going to find out.
Help the Eagles defense hang on somehow.
I mean, listen, we know the stakes. You win out, you win the division for the first time back-to-back since 2003-2004. You are for sure the number 2 seed, and you still have a chance when the Rams take on the Niners next week to have the 1 seed. All of this and the 1 seed is still available, but you have to win this game. You have to win this game. And they're trying very hard not to.
Yep, it is kind of ridiculous here.
Come on, guys. Someone make a play on defense. Does anybody want to make a play? Anybody. This game was 21-6 at halftime. 21-6.
It's really unreal. I mean, I know we've been saying it all game, but we're sitting here, going to ask the defense again, get us a stop. Can we actually do that? Come on. 1:56 to play. 2 timeouts for the Cards. Murray in the gun. Connor to his right. 4-man defensive front from the Eagles. Takes the snap. Going to be a run to the left side with Connor. He's got a little bit of space. He's going to push forward before Josh Sweat brings him down, but a gain of 5.
Okay.
Clock is
right.
going to run.
They got 2 timeouts. They got $1:40 left. And they need about 15 more yards to get in a field goal range if you're Arizona.
Yep.
Who wants to make a sack?
35 here and running. Murray in the gun, still not taking the snap. Now he does here. 4-man pressure. Murray left side. He's got a man. It's complete, and out of bounds is Dortch. That's a gain of about 10 yards. And a first down. Clock stops at 1:26.
All right, well, you've basically conceded the field goal now. They're very close to being in field goal range. It's a simple... 10 and out by Dortch, working on Eli Ricks, who's too worried about getting beat over top, and rightfully so, as DeVonta Smith walks to the locker room very gingerly. That is really bad. You might need him for overtime.
It's just one thing to the next. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Shout out to Catherine Mary Grangine for Let's Run It here, and Murray takes the snap, right side. He's got a man. Dortch, and he breaks a tackle. He might go all the way. Breaks another tackle up to the 10. Another tackle to the 5, and he's brought down.
They're going to blow this game. They're going to blow this damn game right now.
Oh, my gosh.
They're going to blow it.
Oh.
They're just going to blow it. There's DeVonta Maddox. They're going to blow this game. I cannot believe they're going to blow this game. Wow, they're going to really blow. We're going to be the 5 seed. We are so screwed. So embarrassing. So embarrassing.
It's like I can, but I can't believe this. There's 43 seconds and the clock is ticking. They're probably going to run here, which, yep, they do. James Conner up the middle. He breaks a tackle. He's up to the 2-yard line. And
they're blowing this game. I cannot believe this.
36 seconds left. Sam23 says this is the game that changes Howie's attitude to linebackers. I don't know.
It's going to change
Maybe,
a lot. There's lots of this game.
Yeah, there's the D-line could have played much better against the run. Coaching could be better against the run. Yes, linebackers certainly would help, but
if you're Arizona, you just run the ball 3 times. That's all. I mean, that's all. What do you got to do? Stop them?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, and the fact that there's no time too, the Cardinals have 2 timeouts, so they can do literally whatever they want. Worst case scenario, they know they're kicking a field goal to tie it for overtime, but they could take the clock all the way down, even if they get stopped here, and they get another play to run, and then you kick a field goal, or even you go for it. But 2nd and goal from the 2 from the 3-yard line. Murray handoff to Conner up the middle, pushes forward. I think he's got it. Yep, touchdown. Oh. There's no words. This is so unreal. When you got to win, your back is up against the wall. Everyone's hating on the Giants win. This is just, oh my gosh. I should have flipped the last video I did. Instead of how the Eagles are going to embarrass Jonathan Gannon, this is how Jonathan Gannon is embarrassing the Eagles, because this is unbelievable. You better hope that he scored here, though. I'm just going to say that right now. You actually better hope that he did, because if he didn't, they're going to get it on the next play, and then it's for sure over because of no time. They're reviewing this.
He's short. Nope, he's not.
Okay, well, PAT. All right.
But see, it doesn't matter because you got to go the whole length of the field.
Oh, I know. It probably doesn't, but I'm just saying, you'd have 0 seconds versus 32 seconds. But yeah, it's over. Get ready to play at someone else's home. Unfortunately, there won't be any playoff tickets in the link.
What is the official scenario now? Because this isn't a divisional opponent. Does this officially mean if Dallas wins next week that it's over? I actually don't know. If we win next week and Dallas wins next week, is that it on the on the NFC East?
I think I'd have to look it up. I don't know, because it's like common opponents, isn't it? Or
yeah, let's see here. Okay, so if, let's see, Dallas wins and we lose, I'm looking here. The Cowboys can manage to win out. They'll have to hope the Eagles get upset in at least one of the remaining contests. So that would be yes.
Yeah. That's just so...
Right, so...
The Cardinals gift it to us. They do an onside kick, which we recover, shortened field. Maybe you could go down and score a touchdown and end the game. You can't. You got to kick a field goal. And then, of course, the defense can't make a stop. Is the kick out of the end zone. So ball at the 25. Go 75 yards in 32 seconds.
Because it would be... No, I think it's conference and then division record. It's division record then conference record. I don't know. Someone in the comment section should let me know exactly what the deal is here, because you're gonna lose. So this is so embarrassing. So embarrassing. It's really embarrassing to be on the air right now and watching this game. Like, it's really embarrassing.
Hurts in the empty set, takes the snap. Going to look deep. Now he's going to go left side, complete Gainwell out of bounds. Gain of 5, 26 left. Ooh, I was hoping to be in like good spirits for the the New Year's party later, but that's just I just don't know.
I cannot believe this.
Hurts now empty set again, takes the snap, going to look deep, going to go left, same play to Gainwell, out of bounds, gain of about 6 yards, 21 seconds left. Or 21 seconds, the ball's at the, what is it, 36, 37?
Mm-hmm. Wow. I wonder if we ever seen an 11-win team look this bad late in the season, you know? Like, these kind of losses don't happen.
Pittsburgh Steelers losing to Tebow in the wild card round, maybe?
Maybe.
It's just so bad. Jalen's going to take off and run now, and he's going to get out of bounds at the 49 of Philly, so 14 seconds left.
You're in Hail Mary. You're in a Hail Mary situation right now. And the thing is there's nothing the Eagles can do until we get to the offseason. After this, it's going to be fascinating to see, obviously, with playoffs are still, you win a playoff game, things change. There's going to be some dramatic changes on this coaching staff. They won't let go of Nick Sirianni, but around him, you could see some big changes, I think.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. There's got to be such significant changes, and it's crazy to say that, but the offense is just static at times. The defense needs so much work, and coaching is Jalen now going to throw a deeper shot for Goddard, and
he wasn't getting tackled there? Really?
I don't know. 7 seconds left.
All right, here comes the Hail Mary. Yeah, that's not pass interference. Nope. This is crazy. We lost this game. Crazy we lost this game. And how hurt is DeVonta Smith, How hurt is DeVonta Smith?
Yeah,
just
I know. That's the other thing too, yeah.
Insanity. Here we
Insult
go.
Injury is
Hail Mary to save the day?
yeah. Hope for something. Jalen's going to have plenty of time. Now he's got a rusher coming. He's going to have to get rid of it. Launches it from his own 45 into the end zone, right side, and it is picked off. Ball game.
Wow. Listen to the boos. Listen to him. And it's Gannon. Boy, these post-game press conferences are going to be really fun. Look at AJ just sitting in the end zone. AJ's got to be, this is going to be a really rough 48 hours. Oh, this is going to be a rough 48 hours.
I do not know what to say. There's...
Oh, boy.
I'm curious to know what the players say and think, but they've held it together. They kept saying, we believe in this team. We're going to get it fixed. We're going to get it fixed. We believe we got 2 weeks. We're not happy, but we're going to get it fixed. I mean, this loss, are people going to finally admit it? Are players going to actually admit it? I know that internally you try to just say, hey, we could get this thing fixed and, we're going to be all right. There's a way to change it. But how do you have any sort of hope and optimism and playing to the standard and, hey, we can still change this thing with literally 1 game left? And as I don't say pretty good as you were playing in the first half, you play the worst second half maybe that you've ever played. Certainly defensively, you're just giving up anything and everything. And then on offense, you can only do so much. I mean, 31's not bad, but technically it's 24 because you got to pick 6. So it's not incredible to be 24 points against the Cardinals.
Yeah, at some point the dam's going to break and someone's going to say something. And if there was a time for someone to say something, it would be right now in terms of this post-game press conference. If someone was going to bust and, call out a coach or, really give you a soundbite that makes you go, oh, there's a lot of internal issues with this team right now, it would be after this game because this is one you can't lose. And it's not like they didn't have motivation. It's not like they were, playing down to an opponent. They have to win this game. You can be the 2 seed. You could be the 1 seed. The 1 seed's gone now. The Niners have locked the 1 seed. It will go through Santa Clara, and you will have to go to San Francisco if you can even get close to that round. But now you are I got to look at the scenarios here that now we are getting to a point where we really need to think about being the 5 seed maybe is kind of your best shot. I mean, what if the division? Yeah. I got to look and see exactly what is going to happen in terms of how it's going to go.
Yeah,
that's going to be very, very
so.
interesting.
I'm curious to see, but it's so deflating. It's so hard to know anything to say, anything to be positive, like optimistic. And again, everybody that knows and watches the shows, like, no, it was still like hey, trying to be positive about it. There's still a chance. There's a little bit of time remaining. Maybe we figure something out. But like the Eagles, I mean, it's so many places, but like, I guess the run defense, you knew James Conner, you're going to get a heavy dose of the run game. Like, that's not a surprise. It's not like, oh, hey, the Cardinals haven't been running with James Conner. They're not playing physical. They're going to do things. It's like they're easily going to stick with it. So I don't know. It's just it's infuriating.
And now you have a scenario where the Cowboys win next week officially. They're win the division. And they get the home playoff game. And Philadelphia will be the 5 seed, and your path would be the NFC South winner, which is probably going to be the Saints, and then you would go on the road against the 49ers in the divisional round. That is your current path. And then you would have to go on the road to the Dallas Cowboys in the NFC title game. So you will not be hosting a playoff game. It is officially over. They will not be hosting a playoff game, and it is unbelievable. Unbelievable. 21-6 at halftime. 21-6 at halftime.
We were feeling pretty good. I don't know, like on the scale of 1 to 10, we didn't ask that, but like again, we're saying like, hey, that's pretty solid. Offense looking pretty good. Defense, like, you're allowing them to march down the field, but you had the pick 6 and you had enough stops to where it's a 21-6 game and you're limiting them to field goals. But to do that with a team that, let's be honest, like Jonathan Gannon and the Cardinals, they had more motivation, but still, it was a 3-win team coming in, so even if they're like, hey, let's win this for our coach, let's win this because, we see all the noise, we see all the hate. Everybody knows what Philly thinks of Jonathan Gannon. So it's not like the players didn't know that coming in, but even with that extra motivation, what are the Eagles doing? Like you have the same amount of motivation or more. You should, because you have everything to play for, everything in front of you just about. You're like, hey, you know what? We got a chance here at the 1 seed after watching the Cowboys game and saying, hey, if we take care of business, there's a legit chance that we could do this. And maybe if the Rams beat the Niners, like there's lots of opportunities and options here. It's just take it one game at a time, beat a team that has no business beating you, and they can't do it. And now we sit here and try to, I don't know, figure out what they're going to do, where they're going to play, which team they got to go on the road to take on. Can they do something in the first round? Like, I don't know. And is DeVonta seriously injured? Is it not? Is it kind of minor? I highly doubt he plays next week, because what are you doing at that point? Keep everyone as healthy as you can, or get them as healthy as you can for the playoffs. But it's, I didn't think it would get any worse. I really didn't. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I as much as we've struggled and as much as we play these nail biter games, I kept being like, all right, we'll get it figured out somewhat. It's only the Cardinals and the Giants, but we'll win those games. And it's just not. It's not a good team.
Who's to say we beat the Giants next week? In all seriousness, I mean, I think you're basically locked into the 5. I don't think that the Rams with the tiebreaker, like, you're guaranteed the 5. But oh man, hello Mello says, good news is once we get bounced in the playoffs, we won't be all heartbroken because it won't be a shock. Very true. Denzel says they are done. We suck so bad, and Maddox was awful. He was terrible today. Yep, that is very true. Interesting that you would not activate Bradley Roby. You'd make him inactive, even though he's been your nickel for the entire season. But, that doesn't really make any sense. Oh, man.
You're right, though. Shout out to GC Legend. Welcome to the Let's Run It tier. Became a member. Shout out to you. But, I mean, I guess the Giants here they have a chance to beat the Rams. So, yeah, you're right. It's not a guarantee. We got to go play on a field that nobody wants to play on. And I mean, the Giants are going to be motivated. They'll say, hey, why not? Let's spoil it even more. The Eagles are beatable, and they're going to have the ball, 50 yards-ish to go to get into field goal range. This is ridiculous. The Giants may beat the Rams now.
And talk about just limping into the playoffs. So right now with the Bucs loss, it'll be the Saints. So you would go on the road to, I believe, you would go on the road to New Orleans right now. Although, wait a second, I think Tampa Bay has I think it'd still be the Bucs. I think you're still on the road against the Bucs in the first round. Then you would go on the road, most likely to. Let me think about this. I think you would go on the road to take on the Lions or the Cowboys in the second round, depending on how that all plays out. But it's just you're just giving this away. You just sick. I know what to say. I'm just tired of talking about it. Tired of talking about it.
Yeah, it's I don't know what to say either. We got so many just unbelievables. Let's see. Draco says we went from great to horrible. David Grigorovich, how do you fall apart so quickly? I mean, these are the questions that everybody wants to know. No clue, no idea. It's
how is the defense this bad though? Like, okay, the linebackers aren't good, sure. Front four should be fine. Terrible today. The secondary, it's been bad all year, but should it be this bad? No, it shouldn't be this bad. It's just crazy to watch, and you do start to think that there has to be coaching. Like, there has got to be coaching issues that are incredibly serious in Philadelphia, and it's hard to know. You feel like it starts at the head, and if it starts at the head, then it's Nick Sirianni, and you just sit back and wonder, how do you get this right? Austin says, thanks for the content. What do you think the next step for the Eagles will be? How can they come back from this, regain the fans' faith? I mean, you got to win playoff games to be the way they do it, and the funny thing is that they'll be probably favorited in the wild card round on the road against the Tampa Bay Bucs. Like, that's a game they should win. And then they would be heavy underdogs on the road the next week against the Niners. I mean, that's kind of the thought process is you would be heavy underdogs against the San Francisco 49ers. And so you want to get the faith back, then you would, win that game against the Niners. But to ask any team to go on the road 3 straight weeks, really 4 straight weeks, because they, have to go on the road against the Giants this week and win is probably impossible. It's probably not possible.
Yeah, so. It just doesn't feel like there's nothing, and we've had seasons, everybody knows that, where it's looked maybe a little bit glim, or even last year, right? Like with Jalen injured and Minshew at the helm, and then even Jalen coming back, it's like, man, this kind of shaky, rocky. Like, I know that we have something that we saw previously, but can we get that mojo back? Do we have something that we can lean on? But there were still lots of games that we could go like, oh, we dominated from start to finish, just took care of business. Like, teams didn't have, against the Titans or like Steelers, those types of games, like no business being on the field. And there's really hardly any of those that we can point to and say, wow, this is a very dominant football team. We're a kind of fortunate football team. There's things that have bounced our way at times, or they're just barely making enough plays to win, but not dominating in that fashion. And so, and even situations with, Nick Foles, obviously the Super Bowl season, and that's different for a number of reasons, but it's like, okay, you had home field advantage. That's huge. That's a huge difference. Well, now that's not going to happen. Like, it's really not. We have to come to terms with, like you said, you're going to go on the road 4 times if you win, but that's highly unlikely at this point from what it looks like, because there's just no faith. There's nothing I can point to and say, you got the body of work, you got the resume, you've got something as a team. And that's what I'm curious too, of hearing from the team and the squad is like, I don't care as much times as Jalen wants to say, you got to play to the standard. Like, what can you point to at this point and say, oh, that's what I can rely on. That's what I can go with the playoffs, with everything on the line, and say, yeah, there's a chance that, we can find that, whatever that was, whatever our mojo was, whatever our confidence, whatever that certain level of play. But there's nothing that they've proven to us over this season. So I don't know. I think I've run out of like positivity or optimism, which is so sad, because it's the Cardinals and Jonathan Gannon, and the one game that everyone talked up, and including me, of like, man, let's at least put it to JG and, have fun with it. He didn't look uncomfortable. Sirianni said, I want him to feel uncomfortable. Didn't look that way.
All right. Well, we appreciate everyone watching. We're going to go ahead and sign off and get on with our New Year's Eve plans, which have now been ruined. So we will catch you guys on our recap shows tomorrow. I would encourage you to watch that, because you're going to hear from the players and coaches and see what they want to say about this embarrassing loss. But Philadelphia losers today, and it feels like we're all losers today on what is the last day of 2023. And boy, let's hope 24 is a lot better, because it is ugly. So, all right, for Josh Davis, I'm Thomas Mott. We're going to sign off here. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening.
We'll see you.